It'll happen someday. She'll forget about you. She'll forget about all your lies for her own slice of truth. I swear I miss you from happy days past. Back when I always thought love would always last. Oh, I hope heaven. Oh, I hope heaven. Oh, I hope heaven finds you. Call you. Someday we'll try to reconcile all the days that we let slip by. I'll try to forgive you, but I'll never forget.
WDHN television station, along with other buildings. I'm Andrea Tice.
For more news affecting Alabamians, go to 1819news.com. And while you're there, subscribe to the daily newsletter.
2026 marks 60 years that hope has had a home in Alabama. At the Alabama Sheriff's Youth Ranches, children who've lost everything through no fault of their own have found something priceless. A safe place to live, a loving Christian family, and the chance to simply be kids again. Here, boys and girls grow up surrounded by care, guidance, and faith, learning right from wrong, learning responsibility, learning they are valued and that their lives have purpose. As the Alabama Sheriffs have believed for 6 decades, it's easier to build boys and girls than to repair men and women. These former ranchers are now teachers, parents, business owners, and leaders, living proof that love, structure, and faith can change a life forever. As the Alabama Sheriff's Youth Ranches celebrate 60 years of serving Alabama's children, you can help ensure the next child has the same chance. Learn how you can make a difference at alabamasheriffsyouthranches.org. 60 years of building lives, and we're just getting started.
What's your biggest investment? More than likely, it's your home. So treat it that way when you hire a painting contractor. With PBS Painting, there are no gimmicks, no $99 specials. Just quality painting and someone who treats your home with the same respect that you do. At PBS Painting, we have been painting for years and look forward to many more years to come. With PBS Painting, the job gets prepped properly, whether it's cleaning, scraping, or priming. We always use quality products, which is a must for a quality paint job. So if you're looking for a painter that doesn't need upfront money and is on the job at all times, then please give me a call. Scott Bowers and PBS Painting, 294-5122. That's PBS Painting, 294-5122. Look at some of our work on Facebook at PBS Painting Montgomery.
This is James Cole with Cole Plumbing, and I want to thank Blue Water Broadcasting. I have been advertising with them for several years, and they have brought me quality business. I really appreciate them.
Did you know that radio is the #1 reach platform in all of media? It's true. Call us to find out how to put radio's #1 reach to work for your business. Blue Water Broadcasting. Local folks helping local business.
The views and opinions of the following program are solely those of the host and other contributors. These do not necessarily represent those of Liberty Acquisitions 825, Blue Water Broadcasting, its management, staff, or any advertisers. It's time for Montgomery's conversational radio show. It's News and Views on News Talk 93.1 FM. To join the conversation, call 272-9228.
How you conduct yourself in a democracy?
After damning politicians uphill and down dale for many years as rogues, vagabonds, frauds, and scoundrels, I sometimes suspected, like everyone else, I often expect too much of them.
Joey Clark.
Welcome into the program. Thank God for another beautiful day, a break in the rain. Construction's begun on the house. I like that. Hopefully it'll be a good, beautiful show. And Montgomery needs a new mayor. Coming up on the program at 12:30, we have both U.S. Senate candidates joining us, not at the same time. At 12:30, Jared Hudson. At 1 o'clock, Barry Moore. But before we get into talking with the Senate candidates, the senatorial folks, let's go right to the phones, kick off the show as we always do on Wednesdays with Jeff Poor, host of The Jeff Poor Show. And, of course, he's editor-in-chief there at 1819news.com. He sometimes has to put up with angry calls after I write op-eds. Jeff, how you doing?
Doing well. Thanks for having me on.
I don't think that's happened in a while. I haven't been too salty to get you a negative call, I think, of late.
No, it's been a couple of years, actually. You need to up the ante here.
Yeah, I'll find out a way to piss off Coach or Ledbetter or somebody one of these days. But I want to start with where, this Senate campaign, these competing polls that are being put out. Look forward to talking to both candidates on the show today. But This looks like it actually might be a tight race. I say that, though, looking at the numbers of how badly John Cornyn was just beat by Kim Paxton in Texas last night. So, I don't know. That Trump endorsement seems pretty strong.
Yeah, the Trump endorsement seems very strong and very more under polls, I think. But, Cornyn, here's what I think it is, to be honest. And there's a story up on 1819 News, it's our lead story. We were operating on this assumption that there were a number of likely Republican voters that they were based on the 2024 model, the 2022 model, and they said, these people came out to vote back then, they'll come out to vote this time. And all the polling throughout this cycle, there were so many undecideds, like more undecideds, like what's going on here? There's something off about all of this. Well, come to find out, as we sort of progressed, that it wasn't that necessarily that these people who were saying that they were likely Republican voters didn't come out to vote. So what does that do to the electorate? Well, I think it sort of galvanizes the true believers. You don't have this dilution of the vote because people who were motivated, the Trump endorsement mattered. The brand of conservatism. I just had Andrew Sorrell on and we talked about this. That mattered. In a low Republican turnout event, and Democrats have been grappling with this on their side for the last few years, but you see the candidate with the, whatever the argument is, there's just a certain brand, a certain thing that clicks in people's head, that this is the more conservative guy, he tends to fare better. When you have a bigger electorate, when you have different people voting, and I think there's a little bit of dilution there, and I think that it may not change the overall outcome of these elections. Like, John Cornyn didn't lose because of voter turnout, but the margin becomes so much more eye-popping because of that there were people motivated to get out and vote against John Cornyn for whatever reason. Maybe they were motivated because Trump said, I endorse Kim Paxton. Maybe that's it as well. But it's that sort of realm. It's that leads to these like 30.2 to 1 voting margins, I think.
Well, and it shows certainly in the state the Democrats are energized. They're just, maybe it is always the more pissed off party that seems like they're out of power, especially nationally, gets out there. And I'm looking at y'all's report April Marie wrote up that for Republicans, the decrease was sharp from a little over 660,000 votes in 2022 to just shy of 500,000 for this year's election. That is quite the drop-off. And I got to imagine in a runoff election, what are we talking about, tens of thousands of votes? How many folks actually show up just for these runoffs?
Yeah, and, but the saving grace there is Democrats who voted in the Democrat primary cannot vote in a Republican primary. So I'm not sure how this is going to apply, but I do think it matters in the general election. Assuming they can maintain this level of enthusiasm, because let's consider this, like, in that story there's a chart, and it breaks down some of the counties, particularly Montgomery, Tuscaloosa, Madison. Wow, Madison County. Look at what it was in 22 compared to 26. There's some districts that are wholly in Madison County that may be in trouble. That we may have Republicans in this cycle could lose a legislative seat or two to a Democrat, and that would erode the supermajority.
Yeah, 35,000 Democrats turned out this year in Madison, and only 31,000 Republicans. Wow.
Compare that to 22, it's remarkable.
It's a 39% drop for Republicans. That's insane.
So what does this matter? I mean, what does it matter? And the race, two races, I think it matters in your list for your listening audience. You can't get out Shamari figures here. If they go with the 6-1, the quote-unquote 6-1 map, he's got a shot at keeping the state 5-2, I think. If you have a weak Wiregrass candidate running in AL2, and you have a very well-funded Shamari Figures, incumbent member of Congress with a nuclear-hot Democrat energized voting base, and that district's gone Democrat in recent memory. I guess Bobby Bright was the last
Yeah.
time it went. It's been a little while, but it's certainly more recent than anywhere else in the state. Maybe, I guess, Bud Kramer in 805. But you got to think, well, if things kind of keep going the way they're going, would it be possible that Shamari Fingers could win a re-election at AL2, especially if he's well-funded and if the DCCC says, hey, this could be our hill to die on here. Let's show that, no matter what the courts do, we can overcome this. And it's a symbolic victory. It's a very strategic victory. I would, if I were the DCCC, if I were National Democrats, I would be eyeballing AL2. And then I think also Will Barfoot, Tabitha Eisner, that was already a hard fight for him. So there's some things that I think that are really that coming out of this primary, some takeaways that you could apply to the general election. Now look, 6 months away or whatever. Will this hold? Will this level of enthusiasm hold? That's another question. But right now, Democrats, for the first time in the law promise since 2017, have something they can be excited about.
Well, and also the good news, not to reveal too much, it seems like all the runoff statewide races, say AG, Secretary, or Lieutenant Governor, and the Senate race, everybody's willing to debate. Everybody's willing to actually get out there and have conversations. So there'll be some action for the true Republican faithful.
Yeah, because you're scrapping over every single vote in this runoff. You start looking more at raw votes. You start saying, the percentages. Well, they still matter. That's how we determine who's the winner. If 1,000 or 10,000 votes is a more of a percentage play, but if you play your cards right, if you have a get out the vote campaign, if you're organized on the ground, that means a lot more than just looking at it from a polling standpoint and looking at the percentages in a low turnout event.
Yeah, and you never know. When you actually start getting a lot of media like that, moments where people are in the same room together, it can change races. A particular moment, especially if it goes viral, can start to change people's minds. We shall see. And you do think, just to underline the point, this drop-off is being borne out nationally. And so this is maybe a bad sign for Republicans going into these midterm elections.
I do, but I think you see it a lot more in Alabama because we're kind of ground zero in this redistricting discussion. And, you had that big rally just days before, but Democrats are feel very slighted here. They're ready to vote. They're ready to vote against something, and they're going to come out and vote against Trump, or they're going to vote against the court, and they're going to vote against. And that's a powerful tool. So I do, but in other places around the country, I think Republican turnout is depressed. And while you're seeing the more conservative candidate win some of these races, I think a product of the voting base being not as diluted toward whatever country club blue blood Republicanism, that it's more activist, more grassroots. It's the same problem the Democrats have in presidential elections. They may have the enthusiasm, but they don't have the numbers. Or Republicans have the enthusiasm, and they may not have the numbers this go around.
Well, we're going to see how it shakes out. And, this war's still going on. That's not a great sign. As much as they say we're close to a deal, well, wait 2 more weeks. The more my cutoff date is July the 4th, and that was being this should have been done by at least the beginning of June. And I don't know if that war actually gets wrapped up by then.
No, I don't know that it does either. If the war were going on and we weren't paying in excess of $4 a gallon in gas, probably doesn't matter as much. But I think just the price of energy and that causing prices to go up across the board, people aren't really thinking about X's and O's foreign policy. They just aren't. They're looking at their lives and their quality of life, and that's how they're reacting. You may not like it. It may be a shallow way to approach how you vote, but guess what? That's the reality we live in.
Yeah, you can vote for whatever reason you like, no matter. I always love that, the very informed voter like who studies all these folks and studies policy and is always talking shop and politics, their vote gets canceled out by the person who's like, well, they have the same name as my cat. I named my cat Jared. It's you gotta love America.
But I mean, they pay taxes. They just that's just the reality. Like, man, my gas prices have gone up since Donald Trump's been president. I don't really care who's in charge. I would vote against the Republican Party because it's really hurt my bottom line.
Now, I got to ask on this court ruling, are you surprised by this at all, this 3-judge panel?
A little bit about how brazen it was. I'm not surprised they issued the injunction. I am surprised they're sort of like, if you look at the verbiage and the aspersions that the 3-judge panel cast on the Alabama legislature, essentially calling them racist, that they draw racist maps, assuming that they woke up one morning, Governor Ivey calls a special session and tells them boys to get in there and draw some racist maps. I mean, that if you read that, you don't know the backstory. Yeah, that's your takeaway, and I find that to be so unbecoming of the federal courts. And what I think is going on here, there's obviously there's a partisan fight here, and I think the Supreme Court's going to vacate this injunction and things will go, but it's maybe to them it's more about how dare the Alabama legislature, these bunch of rednecks in Montgomery, Alabama, defy our ruling, defy our instructions. Who do they think they are? And the injunction just oozes with contempt. And I don't think that was necessary. You decree it, but don't, and you can cite legal reasoning and case law, but you don't need to offer your opinion that was never really fully proven. I mean, that's essentially what they're saying, though, that the Alabama legislature drew a racist map, that they had race on their mind. Because I would argue, let's think about this, Joey. Do you think if African-American voters in Alabama voted Republican overwhelmingly, like they vote Democrat, that we would even be tinkering with this?
No. Not at all.
Then how is it based on race? It's based on partisanship. It is all about partisanship. And this is how they do it in other states. This is the rule book that is applied in California, Connecticut, wherever. Name your blue state. They draw their maps based on partisanship. It's not race. And like I said, if you take the partisanship out of the equation and you apply the opposite, because you only have two choices here, then you don't have this problem. You don't have this desire by the Alabama legislature to draw a 7-0 map or a 6-1 map.
Not at all. And I had the same takeaway, especially when the legislatures argue about communities of concern and communities of interest, like, and how they've been together for a long time. And the 6-1 was the map essentially, slight differences, was the map essentially for 3 decades. People got used to those districts. And the court just waved that away, saying that's just pretext for your racism. Whereas what our special master did was perfectly race neutral. I'm like, that's just pretext for y'all wanting Democrats to win.
Take Mobile, for example. That the court's essentially telling us this. In Mobile, Alabama, they celebrate Mardi Gras. They work for the same places. A lot of people go to the same churches, but we're going to draw a line right through the middle of it because we see that race as a community of interest trumps every other community of interest factor, criteria, whatever. And that's straight up defiance of the Louisiana versus Calais decision, that you are drawing a map based on race. They said not to do that anymore. And it may take a couple of years to get that argument before the high court, but that's going to be the argument. It's going to prevail. So, what they will argue, what Bobby Singleton and his ilk will argue is, well, we have X amount of African Americans in Alabama. We should have a representation that is in line precisely with that. But the problem is, unless you're willing to draw a congressional map that's shaped, the district shaped like an octopus, you can never achieve that perfect balance, that you have to look beyond race and draw communities of interest based on other criteria, and race is not supposed to be a factor here.
Well, and this is exactly that proportionality argument, that if we're 27%, we should get 2 of the 7 districts, is exactly what Clarence Thomas explicitly warned about 30 years ago, what Alito was getting at, that no, this is in a gross violation of the 14th Amendment to create a group racial right instead of respecting individual rights, everybody equal before the law when it comes to voting laws. Yeah, it's a mess. And I hope the Supreme Court moves quick. And I had the same takeaway. I was like, they're upset that Alabama is getting out of the bind they put them in under, till 2030?
Well, that's just it. Let's consider this, though. You have a hearing on Friday. You have a 3-day weekend, and the ruling comes out on Tuesday morning at 9 a.m. They knew what a 75-page injunction.
Right.
They knew exactly the way they were going to rule, even despite these hearings, despite the due process. All that was just a formality to these people. They did it, and they knew what they were going to do all along. And that's just not that's not what we expect out of our federal courts.
It's a shame, but it's also old habits die hard. And, I really appreciate your time as always. If folks want to check out what you're working on, check out your show, how can they do so?
1819 News, 1819news.com. Also, follow me, x.com/Jeff_Poor.
Well, I appreciate it, Jeff. Talk again soon, man. Again, folks, Jeff Poor, editor-in-chief there at 1819news.com, host of the Jeff Poor Show. Eddie Bader here in the studio with me. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. How you doing, buddy?
I'm all right. You little over there.
I am.
Yeah, what is that?
Let's do some camera adjustment.
Yeah, why are you so little over there?
Well, it's not cold out. It's hot out, actually.
We got the white shirt memo?
I was more thinking...
Beach time?
Yeah, I got a holiday. This will remind me to try to book us a trip to Jamaica in August.
Oh, okay.
So this is a reminder.
Jamaica in August.
I hope you come with us. I really do.
Pretty hot.
It is, but it's out. We're leaving from Alabama to Jamaica, Joey. It's August.
But by the way,
yeah,
in a second, Jared Hudson's calling in.
Oh, cool. I noticed your hair was down today.
What?
I remember you guys. Y'all got similar. Anyway, I'm sorry.
He wishes. He wishes. Hair's looking good today. Luxurious. But then Barry Moore.
Okay.
Which you would think I'd have it slicked back.
Yeah, I know.
Maybe for Jared, I'll have it down. For Barry, I'll have it pulled back and slicked back.
We'll cut it in post.
But Barry Moore joins us at 1. Jared Hudson here at 12:30 in just a moment. Of course, they're the two candidates to be the next United States Senator. Yep. I assume as much because, well, everything happens in the Republican primary.
Yeah.
But they're going to be the Republican nominee to be in the general election this November. And it's kind of this is the race right here. And I think it's anybody's game.
I agree.
So look forward to talking to both those gentlemen. First, let's hit this break. We'll be right back.
He may not know whether he's coming or going, but whether you're going to work or coming home, Greg Budell is there. Mornings, 6 till 9, and afternoons, 3 till 6. Only on News Talk 93.1 FM, WACV.
Welcome to Eclectic Coins, Montgomery's largest coin dealer, specializing in buying and selling investment-grade gold and silver coins. And they have a large selection of rare coins and coins from around the world. Visit them at 543 Northeastern Boulevard or on the web at eclecticcoins.com. Eclectic Coins, where collectors who know go.
This is your roving reporter, and today I'm talking with a political activist.
That's right, man.
And could you please explain to us your red cap with the letters MMRGA?
Yeah, man, this is my MARGA hat.
MARGA?
Yeah, man, that stands for Make My Retirement Great Again.
I see.
And to do that, what you need to do is call David Ernest,
the asset preservationist.
That's right, man. You can call David at 833-596-7233. That's 833-596-SAFE.
And I understand that's a toll-free number.
Yeah, man. Get David Ernest on the case, and your retirement will be great again.
And you make these hats?
I do. Here's a whole pile left from the last administration.
And they say CPWABD.
Yeah, man. Corn Pop was a bad dude.
And as you said, there's a whole pile here.
Well, there wasn't much demand.
I can dig it.
You can't control interest rates. You can't control housing inventory. And you definitely can't control what the national news decides to panic about this week. But here's what you can control. You control your timing. You decide when it's the right time to buy, when it makes sense to refinance, and when to tap into your equity to renovate, invest, or consolidate debt and free up monthly cash flow. Real estate decisions aren't one size fits all, and they shouldn't be driven by headlines or social media noise. They should be based on your goals, your finances, and your life. The smartest moves happen when you focus on what you can control and work with someone who helps you see the full picture. Give us a call at Alabama Home Mortgage today at 334-567-4223 or visit us online at myalabamahomemortgage.com. That's Alabama Home Mortgage, because there is a difference in mortgage companies. NMLS 1586368, Equal Housing Lender.
Trust is the number one reason why a patient chooses a healthcare provider. Adams Drugs has been your trusted healthcare provider since 1962 and has been voted the number one pharmacy in the River region for many years. We strive each and every day to provide you the level of health care you have come to expect from Adams Drugs. The employees at Adams Drugs take pride in developing relationships with their patients, from making sure your prescriptions are filled correctly to getting to know you and your family's needs and following up on any questions you may have. Adams Drugs employees deliver top-notch service. We ask you to visit us at any of our locations in Montgomery, Prattville, Wetumpka, Millbrook, and Pine Level Marbury and give us a chance to earn your business. You can find us at adamsdrugs.net for the location that is nearest to you. Adams Drugs is your local, independently owned Health Mart pharmacy. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
Rich Thomas Weather is brought to you by Wiley Sanders Truck Lines.
Truckers, listen up. A $2,500 sign-on bonus only at Wiley Sanders Truck Lines. Work for a company that puts God and family first. 855-777-9785. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines.
Rich Thomas Weather.
Well, hi, everybody. It's another day where our weather app is going to be very helpful with radar and future radar. Some towns will get wetter than others, but there will be periods of showers and thunderstorms at times today, tomorrow, Friday, and probably even through the weekend. The storms will be most prominent in the afternoon and evening hours with locally heavy downpours, high temperatures in the middle 80s each day, lows at night in the upper 60s to around 70 with very little day-to-day change. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
Budget Floors and More has the best prices. Carpet as low as 69 cents per square foot. LVP starting at $1.29 a square foot. Sheet vinyl as low as 65 cents per square foot. And the lowest prices on flooring installation supplies. Budget Floors and More across from Delray Publix.
On FM, on your smartphone, and online. The River Region's most trusted voice. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back. And as promised, we have here on the phone lines United States Senate candidate. He's in the runoff to be the Republican nominee in the November election, to be your next senator. Jared Hudson joining us. Jared, how are you?
Yes, sir. This is Clark. And
I'm sorry. I'm an idiot. I hit the wrong button, Jared. Yeah.
Wasn't me this time.
Jared, how you doing?
And doing good, brother. How you doing?
I'm great. Congratulations on making the runoff, kind sir.
Man, thank you so much. God has blessed us tremendously. I cannot complain. It's easy when he pays the road. You just walk down it.
Yeah. I think that's how it always works, by the way.
Man, that's the way it is. That's the way it is. Hey, how's my TF Red brother doing? Old Ranger boy himself.
Oh, he's in Ohio. I think he's going to call in a little.
Really?
Yeah, a little after 2:00. He's got something he saw in Ohio that he wants to talk about the downfall of the country or something. He's all worked up, so I'm looking forward to talking to him.
Excellent. I don't know if he is in the studio with you today.
No, I got Eddie Bader who's trying to get me to go on something into Jamaica or whatever.
Vacation, man. Vacation.
I think it's a trap. I think he's CIA.
Dude, yeah, 100%. Be careful of that stuff. Be careful of that stuff.
Yeah, out of the country, you never know.
You never know.
Yeah, I've been on this good straight and narrow path. I don't want Eddie screwing
put that to
up.
the test.
Anyway, let's get to business. First off, I'm seeing competing polls out there. Just general question: how do you see the race right now?
Man, I mean, we're doing good. We've been to all 67 counties during the primary, still going to them right now, meeting people, visiting with people. And the benefit we have is, like, when you meet with the people of Alabama, when I get to sit down and talk with them, we win them over and we earn support. So it's just about getting out there, getting your message out there, and seeing the people. So we're doing great there. The only poll that matters is the poll that happens on June 16th now, right? So now it's a mano-a-mano, two-man race, and on June 16th, Alabama will elect who they believe their next U.S. Senator should be.
Yeah, and there's probably going to be, there was a debate, last night, and there's going to be multiple forums, I think, before that date.
Yeah, I don't know. I know they call them, sometimes they call them debates. It seems like most of them are forums where people will send in questions. I know that's what they did last night. They would send in questions for, all the candidates that are in the runoff, and, the two candidates would stand on stage. They would send us in questions, ask us those specific questions that people sent in, and then give you a chance to kind of give your opener, just opening stump speech, mine, hey, Christian conservative, born again believer in person Jesus Christ, 7th-generation Alabama family man, war fighter, law enforcement officer, business owner. So you kind of give that thing, and then they give you your questions, and then you close. And it's actually really good. It was, a really good event last night. I was thoroughly impressed with how it was conducted.
Now, I just got to be straight up with you. I voted for Barry in the primary because, I guess my basic reason is I knew him when he first won that congressional race all those years ago here in this area, and liked a lot of what he did when he got into the Congress. But, I'm happy to be convinced otherwise. It's honestly, I meant what I wrote this week in my column. I think whoever wins, a good Christian man's going to win. So if you had to try to sway somebody like me, and there might be a lot of folks like me who voted for Barry in that first congressional race here in the River region, what would be the pitch?
I would say the biggest thing is the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. The reason I'm running is because for far too long we've had career politicians that make backroom deals with special interest groups, and they don't deliver for the people that they're elected to represent. And that's why I'm running for the U.S. Senate, is because, one, I'm not a career politician. Two, I'm a war fighter, a law enforcement officer who has actually done the work. All of these politicians say, hey, we want to support veterans, right? We want to help our war fighters, but they've never been a war fighter. They say, hey, we want to deport illegal immigrants. We want to support our local law enforcement, but they've never been on the ground working or hooking up criminal illegal immigrants or criminal illegal aliens and sending them back to where they came from, or just putting criminals in jail, right? And then finally, being a true 7th-generation Alabama family man, for me, that is, I'm raising my girls right here in the state of Alabama, and the decisions we make today are going to impact them down the road. And right now, we're in the position we're in because of 50 years of bad domestic and foreign policy. I believe I'm the best man for the job to make sure that we don't continue down that same road these career politicians have taken us down.
So you say that he's been there, and his track record, it puts him in that career politician camp.
I mean, I was in the SEAL teams when I think he first took office, at least at the state level.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he's been
true.
doing this for the last, 16, 20 years. I think that's long enough to say, hey, what has changed? And from what I've seen, I feel like it's only gotten worse. So, again, making sure that we elect officials that are going to deliver for the people of Alabama. And here's the other thing. The biggest things impacting Alabama are not these howl at the moon issues that everybody's talking about. The biggest things are affordability. Well, how do we fix affordability? Well, one of the biggest inflation drivers we talked about is the housing market, supply and demand of the housing market. Now we've got a war going on where we see war just is unbelievably inflationary. And we see the price of oil going up just because we're on global oil markets, even though we produce 75 to 80% of it domestically. So when we look at that, we got to push to codify or at least help President Trump do some of the things he's talked about, like 18.5 cents per gallon for gas, 24.5 cents a gallon for diesel, and saying, hey, we're going to pause the federal gas tax so that Alabama families can breathe for your shipping of your groceries, of whatever you need to live your everyday life, but also at the pump a little bit. Things like that is what helps us move forward when we're in such dire straits as a state and as a nation. Average income for the state of Alabama is $47,000 a year. That means in order to survive, you have to work 2 jobs. Most people do work 2 jobs. They work 2 jobs, or you have mama and daddy both having to go out and work multiple jobs just to pay the bills at home. We've got to bring back for our state, make sure that our dollars don't go to Learning Centers in Minnesota or continue to go to the Taliban or subsidizing health care for illegal immigrants. It's got to come back here and invest in our workforce education, our infrastructure, so that we elevate our way of life and can get higher paying jobs while we work at the same time to decrease the inflationary burden that's been placed on our families that just raise our overall cost of living. And that's just one simple thing, but the reason I talk about it is because when I go to all 67 counties, that is the one thing that everybody talks about: affordability and grocery pricing. Next would fall into energy, and I think energy drives the vast majority of it.
Now, on the front of, I think, to your credit, you're coming out as an outsider. You haven't been in political office, but there's always, there's a give and take with all these positions. I worry about somebody, especially in the United States Senate, the learning curve of how do you advance all these great ideas you just splayed out there, as well as many others we've talked about over the months now. Like, who are you going to lean on, like, in staffing up? And because I've seen it with a lot of folks, good folks that come in here and know what they believe in and know what they want to fight for. But Washington's it's almost like a different country within our country. So how do you kind of this having to learn the Senate, learn the tricks of the trade up there in D.C.?
It is. Well, one benefit we have is we have a senior that's already up there, that's already playing the game, and even in the last shutdown back in November, the last full shutdown, President Trump said, "Hey, Katie Britt was the one that brought the ball across the line and helped reopen the government, right, bridging that gap." With that being said, obviously learning from our senior senator, being able to work hand in hand with our senior senator to deliver for Alabama. But on the other side of it, I'm a team guy. As a SEAL, we're called team guys. We understand how teamwork is supposed to go. That's why we are called team guys. Making sure that you work together with the people on your team, but also do it in a way that delivers for the mission. It's not that we just go along to get along, and I think that that's why D.C. is so difficult on people. Folks will go up there and they want to go along to get along. That's not necessarily what it is. It's making sure that we work together to deliver on the mission. We've got to accomplish the mission. What's the mission? Well, the mission for me and Senator Britt will be the people of the state of Alabama. The mission of the U.S. Senate as a whole is to deliver for the United States of America. And one of the easiest ways to do it, you've got people that want to howl at the moon and have these false talking points on what we got to do to pass the Save America Act. Like, they're not even bringing that to the floor for a vote right now. Why are our legislators not knocking on every single door and saying, hey, I don't care if you're Republican or Democrat, how can we come together so that we can bring the Save America Act to the floor for a vote? Because 80% of America says we want it. Alabama already does what we're calling for federally to be done to make sure that we protect our elections. And by the way, it's got to get done before November when these midterms hit. We need it done now. They're not even bringing it to the floor for the vote. So making sure that we have folks that understand, hey, knock on the doors, talk, do what our forefathers intended, open it up for debate and say, what do we need to do to put the American people first? We have to have people up there that are doing that and willing to work, and we got folks that are rolling around in wheelchairs right now. We got folks making backroom deals with special interest groups. They are not actively working to deliver for the people they're elected to represent. That's how you make the difference.
Now, just straight up, how do you overcome the Trump endorsement, or just the person that, is going, well, if Trump wants this and I love my president, I guess I'm going to go with him. And I mean, in particular, I guess the way I could phrase this is that what would you say to the president himself?
Well, I've never met the president. I would love to shake his hand. I would love to talk to him, and I think he would realize that I'm very supportive of everything he's done. I mean, heck, me and my team guarded his son for free up here years ago when he came to Birmingham. So that would be the first thing, actually being able to get to meet him and shake his hand. But the second thing would be President Trump's doing a lot of good things, and he's only going to be here for another 2 years. Everybody talks about, we've got to get everything done in 2 years. No, what are we going to do when he leaves? He's not going to be here pushing these conservative policies that uphold, in our case, the state of Alabama, but the nation as a whole. How are we going to be able to codify the good things he's done, do away with the bad things that we saw during the Biden administration, and make sure that we're able to move forward out of the mire? Well, we do that by sitting down, making sure that we come to an agreement to codify all of these good executive orders and do away with the bad ones. I'll give you a for instance. We see during the Biden administration bad energy policy that limited our ability to produce energy. that has impacted our state as a whole, right? And just recently, I think it was in February, the TVA opened up to burning fossil fuels again, ended some Biden-era policies, and I know that they're still looking to develop the small nuclear reactors, right? So you've got that energy that they're looking at, the gravity feed in Jackson County, the LNG pipeline that they're looking to finish putting in. So you've got a lot of good stuff going on to develop new sources of energy, but they just reopened using old source of energy that we had to decrease the cost of energy for at least those that are under TVA in North Alabama. And so with that being said, that's beneficial. On the other side of it, the state of Alabama is electing their next U.S. Senator. Not President Trump, not anybody else. The endorsement that I've sought has been across the state of Alabama. And I think people recognize and realize that. The last thing, okay, great, we've got a great senator from Enterprise. We don't need another one. And that's the other thing I've heard. Alabama needs equal representation across the state. I'm from North Alabama. Making sure that we have that representation across the state is important because our president can't pick a vice president from the same state he lives in. They want equal representation across the nation. It's the same thing for the state of Alabama. I believe that a senator from North Alabama is going to help represent the state at a better level than two from the same town.
That makes sense to me. Well, and I really do think it's anybody's game at this point, especially with a lot of the debates / forums and who knows with turnout levels as well. I was just talking about that with Jeff Poore, a lot of drop-off for Republican voters. So, I mean, it could be just a few thousand that are deciding this thing on this runoff election night. And so if folks are, I would always love to have you back, especially if you're in town, man. But if folks want to check out more about you, maybe help you out on this last final stretch, how can they do so?
Man, check us out, HudsonForAlabama.com. Like, share, and follow on all the social medias. Check out what we got going on. People always ask, hey, why don't you talk about these policy things a little bit more? Well, we do. It's all over our social media. They can listen to radio interviews. They can listen to forums. But check us out, see what we got going, and it's time to send a warrior to Washington. I believe I'm the best man for the job. Go out and vote on June 16th. Jared Hudson for U.S. Senate.
Appreciate it, Jared. Have a great rest of the day, man.
Man, thank you, brother.
Later. Again, Jared Hudson for United States Senate, and I decided I got to be straight up. I declared on election day, but he makes a good pitch.
Yeah, he does.
He makes a very good pitch. Now, I'll definitely ask. We have Congressman Barry Moore joining us a little after 1 o'clock about the whole career politician line, because I think it cuts both ways. I think you hear the line about the career politician, but then it's like, but my congressman's doing good things.
My congressman.
You know what I mean?
Things, Joey. Yours sucks, but mine's great.
Right. You know what I mean? Like, this is kind of a common thing out there. And in many ways, I remember seeing Barry get that elected that first go around, and he immediately joins the Freedom Caucus, all this stuff. And I would, if I was sitting having a beer with Jared, like, one senator or one congressman, is not going to change the entire dynamic of Washington, D.C. No, presidents do. And Trump has certainly changed the dynamic, but not even Trump has had the, power to fully change the dynamics of.
No, he hadn't, which is a little disappointing.
The swamp.
Even this second go round,
right?
Yeah.
So but it can be that you got up there and you've lost the plot, or it could be you got up there and the lay of the land better, and you know what traps are being set and what you talk about special interests and lobbies. Where is that going to go? But then to Jared's point, he would be an outsider coming in. And he wouldn't have those necessarily same relationships.
Correct.
Now, there's an interesting rub to this where I think, want a team of rivals as our two senators.
Of course you do.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, you're all about the anarchy.
That's not anarchy.
You're all about the unstable.
I am all about healthy tension.
That's what you want to call that?
Yes.
Okay.
Healthy tension. And that's what I'm about. No.
With men, remember, Joey, it can always come to blows. With women, they're just going to slap you, and there's not much you can do about it.
Well, that sounds like it's coming to blows. They're just going to slap you. A slap can hurt, man.
Dude, it hurts.
No, it's not. Yeah, it's not going to injure you, but it's going to sting.
Oh, it stings
on the inside, too.
Yeah, for many years.
Anyway, no, I think Jared makes a good case for himself, and Barry Moore better not be sleeping. There's a lot of days left in this runoff campaign. A lot of days left. And, I caught some of the clips from that forum that was last night, and was like, Jared handles himself quite well.
Good.
So we'll see.
We should.
And look forward to talking to Congressman Barry Moore here in about 10 minutes.
All right.
Got to hit another break here, but we'll be right back.
All right.
Want to carry News Talk in your pocket? Download the News Talk 93.1 app from the App Store. Available on iPhone and Android. Never miss a moment. Download now.
Behind every clean lobby, every polished boardroom, every safe, spotless workplace, there's Janie King franchise owner who takes pride in making it happen. These are your neighbors, people who live here, work here, and care about the businesses that shape our community. They show up, they follow through, and they make sure your facility is ready for the day, every day. That's why companies across the community trust Janie King as their local cleaning partner. Visit JannieKingCleans.com today.
For too long, Alabama's statewide news companies have shamed us for our conservative Christian values. Alabama deserves a news company that cherishes our culture, a company that isn't bought and paid for by the powers that be. 1819 News is that company. Run by Alabamians for Alabamians, 1819 News celebrates what is good and beautiful about our state, while exposing those who work against our values in secret. Just go to 1819news.com to learn more. Subscribe to our newsletter. That's 1819news.com.
We get this question all the time.
Do you handle that?
Buying or selling a home?
Yes.
Commercial?
Yes.
Land or investments?
Absolutely. Hannah and Eddie Realty Group. One team.
Every real estate move. 334-322-0662.
When news happens, you'll hear about it first. The River Region's most trusted voice. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back. Let's go to the phones and talk to Clark. Hey, Clark, how you doing?
Hey, wait a minute. You had this big introduction for Clark earlier, and now you're just coming into, hey, Clark, how you doing?
When he runs for United States Senate, I'll kiss his butt a little more.
I tried, Clark.
Hey, Clark, how you doing?
Clark is Clark with an introduction. So, Mr. Hudson brought up a great point.
Yeah.
All right.
Clark, we've lost.
Right now,
I think we're losing him.
Start over, Clark.
Hey,
because
Clark.
all we heard was great point, and then we've been silent since then. Start over. What was the great point?
Oh, we've got Trump for 2 more years, and what happens after that?
Right.
Okay. That point has bothered me repeatedly up until this week. Much ado is being made about Donald Trump's endorsements, the power his endorsements have. He's reshaping the Republican Party, et cetera, et cetera. And the GOP establishment, the Democrat Party, and the media talking heads are going to want us to think this is all about Trump. And it's not. It's about the MAGA people, okay?
Okay.
Those doors, I'll guarantee you. And they are terrified because the MAGA people, the America First people, the American people, you call us whatever you want. I don't really care. The labels don't concern me that much. We're coming to the realization that when we hire people to represent us, that's the reason you're getting great voter turnout. That's the reason you're seeing 37-0. Donald Trump has an expiration date, and it's not that far in the future. MAGA, the American people, unified, we don't have an expiration date. We don't need to have an expiration date. And Donald Trump does not have to rebuild the shining city on the hill. He's just got to do a pretty good job of demolition on what we have right now so we can go forward and rebuild it.
I think you're making a Good point, and it opens things up because, like I have clips queued up to play both the Vice President and the Secretary of State at this cabinet meeting that was called today.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's going to be a fascinating argument about the future of the party and who's actually going to lead things. But let's also be straight up. Trump might not be president in 2 years, but he's not necessarily going to completely go away.
Right.
Endorsements and whatnot, but we have to come to the realization, and when I say we, we're not a 50-50 country. When you get right down to it, and you start looking at gerrymandered districts, et cetera, we're 80-20 if we're not 85.
Mm-hmm. Well, Clark, your connection keeps fading, going in and out, so I think I'm going to stop the call, but appreciate it as always, man. Really do. I was also getting a kick out of looking at the stream. Are you sitting at the kids' table?
Yes, I've been punished.
You can, tilt the camera down some.
Why? Give people something to complain about.
It just kind of bothers me
What?
that you look so tiny.
Could I have some more tea?
No. You can have some more chocolate milk if you like that.
Ooh, yes.
Before I forget, this part of the program brought to you by Invista Advisors. And they're at Invista Advisors, Austin Branco and that entire team, the good folks there.
Great
and, of
folks.
course, Brent McDonald, the chief strategist there. He has been on these airwaves for years, still does that hit with Greg Budell in the afternoons.
Definitely.
Been learning things from Brent for years. And, of course, Austin Branco runs the brokerage desk there at Invista Advisors. So, of course, you need help with investment strategy, they can help you. But it's beyond just, say, your stock portfolio.
Right.
They also can help you with any sort of financial services you might need. We mentioned the other day, maybe you're a widow and your deceased husband took care of most of the finances and you're a little in over your head.
You need
Had
somebody
an
to take
awful time.
kind of look at that over your shoulder.
Yeah, or maybe you realize, hey, I need to get my affairs in order, just button things up for end-of-life concerns. I can help you do that before anybody passes away. Could be you're just starting a family. You want to get life insurance put together, want to put together a plan for the kids, whether it's college or trade school or whatever.
Right.
Just looking out for your family, looking out for your kids. Could be you started a nonprofit, and now it's really, really popular. And what you used to be able to do is like you and the wife and one other person who volunteered to like manage this nonprofit.
Right.
You're like, I
Can't do that anymore?
We don't have enough arms.
Right.
Or legs. Well, they can help you with that. They have great consultants on the team there at Invista Advisors. So if you want to check them out, you can always learn more at vistaadvisors.com. But I encourage you just call them direct at 387-0094. That's 387-0094. And be sure to tell them that Joey and Eddie, those fellas on the radio, sent you. Again, in just a moment, we will have Congressman Barry Moore running for United States Senate. I look forward to talking to Barry as always. Did you see, by the way, I brought up the Trump endorsement, Jared. Trump-backed Ken Paxton destroys John Cornyn. Now, I think some of this is a bit of like Cornyn truly being a rhino.
I think so, but...
like 26 points, I think, he won by. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Let that be a message delivered.
Yeah.
You know?
By the way, I shouldn't be a brat and say these things.
Say
Remember that clip we were watching the other day where Trump was signing some executive order to bring down the cost of like healthcare access and other things? And Katie Britt was right there behind him. And he said, Katie, and we're good friends. I hope I don't have to pull my support and we're on the wrong side of each other. He said something to that effect.
Really?
No, I always want to be on her side.
Yeah,
like,
he does.
Let's just say, I suspect they're jousting right now
Yeah, you think
over
so?
the state of Alabama once again.
I can see that, but let's
like
not
him
forget.
saying something like that made me go, And there's been rumors in the press that after she did that New York Times piece that the White House was done with her, which I always thought was a little over the top.
Who bowed down and kissed whose ring?
Well, I'm sure Trump loves being reminded of that.
Hey, facts are facts.
I'm just saying, it's an interesting dynamic.
If Katie can show a little more suddenly spike in popularity, I'm so sure Trump will reconsider that.
I think her approvals are quite good in the state of Alabama.
Yeah?
Yeah. Despite
I hadn't
some of
seen
the
her.
hardcore conservatives tried their best.
I haven't seen her in a while, Joey, so I don't know. I haven't been able to
Yeah,
talk to her.
you don't know?
No.
Yeah.
Not as captivating as she once was.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Yeah. My
Oh,
memory
no.
is fading.
Senator Brett, get back here soon. You're losing Eddie Bader. There goes the store. We'll be right back.
Broadcasting from the Riverside Chevrolet Master Control Center, this is WACV Cusana, News Talk 93.1 FM. When it's Chevy, it's Riverside.
With SRN News, I'm Bob Agnew in Washington. President Trump convened his cabinet today at a precarious moment for talks aimed at ending the war with Iran. During a post-meeting press conference, the president took a moment to congratulate Director of National Intelligence Tulsi Gabbard, who is resigning her post to attend to the health of her ailing husband. He's suffering from a rare form of bone cancer. New housing proposals in New York City drawing criticism over government control and private property. New York City Mayor Zohran Mamdani unveiling a housing agenda that would allow the city to take control of neglected properties and transfer ownership to nonprofits, land trusts, and even the tenants of those very same properties. Another giant leap for mankind and all his stuff. Blue Origin lunar lander may launch this fall. That ship capable of ferrying tons of gear to the lunar surface in preparation for a manned moon base eventually. On Wall Street, the Dow is up 193. This is SRN News.
I talked to a lot of great companies. Very few of them actually literally surprised me, but Fellowship Home Loans sure did. For over 20 years, Mike and Brian and the team there have been helping families do something most people think is more complicated than it has to be. Get into a home, lower their rate, or tap into equity they didn't even realize they had. Everything at Fellowship is done in-house. One roof, one great team, all with a servant-led mentality. From your first phone call to closing, you're going to get people who know you by name. They'll know your situation. They treat you like family. They're also offering a free mortgage checkup right now. Don't miss out. Rates are lower now than if you purchased or refinanced your home in the last few years. Many Fellowship customers are saving hundreds of dollars a month when refinancing, and there are no payments for 2 months. Go to fellowshiphomeloans.com/Mike G, fellowshiphomeloans.com/Mike G, or call 800-510-MIKE, 800-510-6453. Fellowship Home Loans, mortgage lending by the book.
Nationwide Mortgage Bankers, DBA Fellowship Home Loans, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS number 819382.
Rich Thomas Weather is brought to you by Alabama Wholesale Lumber. It's more than just great prices on lumber. From Trex decking to energy-efficient windows and Tamco shingles, Alabama Wholesale Lumber has it all.
Rich Thomas Weather.
Well, hi, everybody. It's another day where our weather app is going to be very helpful with radar and future radar. Some towns will get wetter than others, but there will be periods of showers and thunderstorms at times today, tomorrow, Friday, and probably even through the weekend. The storms will be most prominent in the afternoon and evening hours with locally heavy downpours, high temperatures in the middle 80s each day, lows at night in the upper 60s to around 70 with very little day-to-day change. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
When the heat hits to the river region, don't wait. If your AC quits, Hands Heating and Air offers same-day service, or your diagnostic charge is free with their Comfort a Day or You Don't Pay guarantee, plus 24/7 service with no overtime charges.
From the Blue Water Broadcasting News Center, these are today's top stories. A homicide investigation is underway after a man was shot and killed Monday evening in Montgomery. MPD responded to the 30 block of Davis Drive shortly before 6 p.m., where 30-year-old Quintrell Martin suffered fatal injuries from a gunshot wound. Martin was pronounced dead at the scene. Details are limited, but investigators believe this was a targeted shooting, not a random act. The Southern Poverty Law Center on Tuesday asked a federal judge to dismiss all criminal charges filed against it. The Justice Department secured an 11-count indictment in April charging the SPLC with wire fraud and bank fraud. The state of Alabama has since opened its own investigation into the Montgomery-based organization. The city of Tuskegee will be receiving a $400,000 grant for a new automotive supplier facility. Governor Kay Ivey made the announcement on Tuesday. The block grant will pay for the infrastructure needed for the $160 million CPT America plant. The facility is to be built in Tuskegee Commerce Park and is expected to provide 187 new jobs. From the Blue Water Broadcasting News Center, I'm Sky Mosley.
The views and opinions of the following program are solely those of the host and other contributors. These do not necessarily represent those of Liberty Acquisitions 825, Blue Water Broadcasting, its management, staff, or any advertisers. It's time for Montgomery's conversational radio show. It's news and views on News Talk 93.1 FM. To join the conversation, call 272-9228.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back. I'm your host, Joey Clark. And as promised, we have United States Congressman. He is a candidate to be the next U.S. Senator for the great state of Alabama, Congressman Barry Moore. Barry, how are you, sir?
Joey, we're doing good. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing quite well. Doing very, very well. Now, I got to ask you, because I had on your opponent at 12:30 today, so I want to just jump right in. But first, how do you think this race looks going into the runoff date? And, with that forum last night, so many other appearances, I'm sure. How does this race look to you right now?
We feel really good about where we're at. I think the polling probably has us 15 to 17 in the lead, the real polls, and with things that we think are accurate. And, we won 71% of the counties statewide. And out of all 67 counties, the ones we didn't win, that 70%, only 3 we didn't come in second place. So we feel like we're in a good spot, brother, just running on message, and getting out and standing on our head for the next 20 days. But we're in a good spot, and the endorsements are coming in. People are coming on board. I mean, got endorsements of 3 of the other candidates already that were in the primary with us, and certainly Alpha's endorsement is welcome. And so a lot of good things going on for the Moore camp, and we're excited.
Now, how do you answer, though, the career politician charge that's being made a lot?
So my question is, is Donald Trump a career politician? Him and I have been in D.C. the exact same amount of time, right? I mean, we've been in D.C. for 5.5 years. And so if he's an outsider, I'm an outsider, and he knows I'm an ally, and that's why he endorsed me. So that is I've literally walked away from 2 guaranteed reelects in political office to do this job because I was asked to do this job. And so, brother, we that's a normal attack for anybody, but honestly, if you're running for office or you've been in office, you're always called a career politician. But I've literally been in D.C. with the same amount of time as President Trump. So I think it falls on deaf ears.
Now, not to give too much inside backroom information, but I'd imagine in those years up there, especially being part of the Freedom Caucus, you started to get wise to who are the special interests, who are the lobbyists, who are the folks that are trying to lead you around by the nose like they maybe try to do with other members up there. I'd imagine you've learned the lay of the land a bit.
We have, and I've never been called an insider in political circles. I mean, when you're in the House Freedom Caucus, you're one of 40 out of 435. When you got the highest liberty score in the delegation, that means that you're doing the job for the American people. And so, for us, I mean, those attacks come. That's not terribly uncommon in political circles, but. Yeah, I've learned my way around up there, brother, and the House Freedom Caucus is about the only meeting I go to that when I leave I don't feel like I need a shower. I mean, it's heated debates, but those guys are patriots, and to be a part of that group and to have them in the trenches with us. So yeah, I mean, but we've kind of identified who our friends and allies are and who really want to help the president finish what he started. As we address this government and we really try to make America great again, the system will fight you every step of the way, but like I said, we've been in the fight. We've got some good friends with us, and the president's doing what he can to right the direction of this country. And so we're in it to win it for him, brother.
Now, is there anything that comes to mind when I ask, what was there ever a moment that just sticks in the mind of where you really were like, I have to go take a shower, or I need to call my family? Was there any moment that was particularly just creeped you out?
There are probably quite a few of those, honestly. But sometimes when people walk into your office or you bump into these guys, and they're like, you can just tell that they're trying to spin something that is not real. Like they're trying to paint something for their benefit that really is not best for the American people. And they'll try to spin it to get you to come along, but you see it for what it is. And like I said, having been there 5 years now and having good friends around me that get it, it's good to have allies and friends in the fight that say, hey, I know this guy or this girl, they better watch this. But you can pick it up on it. We've got a pretty good censor nowadays for the BS, as they say.
Now, what do you hope to really get done? Especially in the Senate, you get a 6-year term. You can look down the horizon a little more. What are some of the top issues on your mind that, I mean, could be very germane to the moment, with especially like inflation still an issue and the cost of goods, but anything that really comes to mind that you hope to accomplish?
Well, you know, one of the things that people have been following is that Save America Act, where we just literally have U.S. citizens with IDs voting in U.S. elections. You know, the left always, there was foreign interference in elections, the Russians colluded and they interfered in our elections, when the reality is they want people who are not U.S. citizens voting for American leaders and for U.S. leaders in politics. And I'm like, that is the ultimate, like, foreign interference in election. You and I can't go to Mexico or to wherever and vote for their leaders. Why on earth would we be dumb enough as a country? So that's one of the things. And there's so many executive orders. President Trump has 350 executive orders. And I just dropped an immigration accountability project. I carried 5 of those executive orders and 1 immigration reform bill. Those sort of things that we need to codify, Joy, and get them into law so that the next president with a pen and phone that might not be Trump, might not be Vance, might not be Rubio, might be some leftist, can't undo what we've done while the president was trying to do the right thing for the future of the country. And so we've got to codify his executive order, so that has to be a priority.
Now, how do you think you will work with the current junior will be senior senator soon, Senator Britt? And, here's what I'm thinking about. For years, we had Rich Shelby and Jeff Sessions, that seemed like a pretty good dynamic to me.
Yes, absolutely. And Katie's in her lanes. I mean, she's on appropriations. She's got some areas that she understands and runs. And I have talked, and with my thoughts, our coach and I have the same Liberty score. Like, we're both at a 95, 96, 2 of the top in the country. And for me to backfill the lanes where coach is, make sure that I'm working on, the defense parameters, the veterans parameters, the agriculture parameters, the things. As we look at Alabama, you've got so many committees that you're on, and you have to align your needs for the state with the committee assignments in D.C. And one thing people don't know about is if you come out of the House to the Senate, you get preferential treatment over a newcomer to D.C. So being able to target those committees and having that House experience, they give you a preferential treatment on committees. So we're going to try to backfill where coach is. Katie stays in her lanes, and we work with the governor, Tuberville, and we work with the delegation. That's how we're getting these wins for Alabama, whether it's Hadrian, 1,000 new jobs in the Shoals, Space Command, Lilly's $6 billion investment. I mean, the port, the things that we're doing to grow the economy in Alabama, you just have to get in your lanes, but the delegation has to work together to get the win.
And I did not know that. So you have a leg up on the seniority system that's well known in the United States Senate. You'd be able to get a little more preference in your committee choices.
Yes, actually, out of all the congressmen that are running for the Senate, Kevin Hern from Oklahoma, I think, is the only one that will have a higher level of assignment on committees, because Harriet Hageman and those other guys, she came in after I did. So as we transition over to the Senate, we'll have Julia Letlow from Louisiana. As we transition over to the Senate, we get preferential treatment on committees. So having been in D.C. for 3 terms, which is 6 years, when you go over to the Senate, they take that into consideration when they're assigning committees.
Now, I got to say, like, I'm sitting here thinking back to that first race. And, I mentioned this earlier, that I voted for you, and I think that's still the plan here for the runoff. But I'm thinking back to that first race for Congress, and it's kind of amazing, like, just when you look back in hindsight, how it all works out. That makes sense.
Brother. Amen. Amen. I always tell everybody, Psalms 119, 105 is the word, it says, is a lamp unto your feet. And for me, and brother, we won so many races and have done things that short of the glory of God, I don't think we would be where we're at. And when he asked me to do this, I tried to talk him out of it, Joey. I didn't want to be in the Senate. I got this first congressional district. It's the 6th most conservative district in the nation. I got the Gulf of America from Fort Rucker to the port. What more could a country boy want? But when there's a need, and when the president and his people say, we really need somebody in this seat that will help us, because we see these guys, the old guard in the Senate, that don't want to move the needle for the president. And when he calls and asks, man, you step up. And so we prayed about it, felt led to do it. And it's like you said, who would have dreamed that a garbage man in Baton's Crossroads would be in the lead in the U.S. Senate race? But it is where we are.
Wait a minute, and I got to tell you this, because, I reverted back to my faith in my childhood after being gone essentially 20 years. Talk about a prodigal streak. 99 days ago. And, for years doing this job, I always respected people when they talked about their praying, and especially praying on what they're running for and stuff. But I was just kind of like, oh, yeah, you're praying, what are you doing? Sitting and thinking about it. And I just have to say, if anybody's out there listening and they're in that spot I used to be in that state of mind, the praying I've been doing over these 99 days, it will change your life, folks. And that's where the true battle is. And And so, I believe you more than anything when you talk about the lamp lighting your feet and showing you the way. There's something profound about when you really give your heart up to God that even if you don't want it, He'll show you the way.
Brother, that's the only thing the Father cares about. He don't care about titles. He don't care about wealth. He cares about the soul of man. And so if you seek, and Abraham was told that his obedience is counted as righteousness. So when the Lord calls us to do something, you walk in obedience, and then you say, Lord, credit that to my righteousness, because it is a calling. And none of us, and look, even in Romans 8:28, it says all things work together for good for those who are called according to purposes. So sometimes you'll run and you won't win, but the Lord still can work that for your good. And so for us, it's a calling, and we're so amazed at how faithful He is. Even at times of doubt, the Lord just always delivers. Heather and I were talking about it this morning. It's just amazing to watch Him work in our lives. But I'm excited for you because I knew you had come back to your faith. I didn't know it was 99 days ago. But brother, that is where life really has meaning, and that's where you make a difference.
Oh, amen. No, my brother and father worried I'm become a priest. I'm like, I don't know about that. We'll see. Like you said, He leads the way. Well, I always appreciate your time, Barry. Amen. And if folks want to help you out in this last stretch, and of course, I'd love to have you back on the show anytime. But how could folks help you out?
Yeah, BarryMooreForAlabama.com, Joey, and we're 20 days away, so turnout votes and runoffs are low, but we need our people to go and vote, and, keep us in your prayers. Our nation needs it, but it's a great time for our country to be a part of the process. So BarryMooreForAlabama.com, my friend.
Oh, thank you, Barry. Have a great day, man.
Thank you, Joey.
Again, that's Barry Moore. Always appreciate his time. Mm-hmm. No, and I've said my preference. I said who I'm voting for, but, it's not like I'm going to sit here and twist somebody's arm if they're going something different than me. I think it should be up to somebody's own discernment and make a choice.
But also, they're both really good candidates. I got to be honest. I wouldn't be mad at you if you went either way right now.
Right, exactly. No, and that's what I wrote about this week. I wrote about a lot of stuff, but I think we're going to get a good Christian conservative man, whoever wins this nomination. And we'll see. And I think the distinctions come down to, you do have a guy who's been there for 6 years, and there are benefits to that. And then some folks might say, oh, no, well, there are detriments to that. But then you have the outsider, and there are benefits to that, but then there are detriments to that. And there are different dynamics of, what team within the team are they on, if that makes any sense. But a lot of folks don't have to necessarily even go that far. They might go, I really like the confidence that guy had in that debate I watched. Or I really like that line that one guy threw out there. Or I really like that he kept his word and went skiing in the middle of the winter.
It's a simple thing. I get it, but he kept his word.
So, we'll see.
How many politicians do you know have said something and then went and did it?
Bless you, Eddie Baker.
I'm
just saying that's your decision, the factor. God bless you, sir. This is why you're part of the show.
You're making me feel bad about this.
I'm not making you feel bad. No, I'm thinking, because for all the highfalutin geopolitics and the economy and the talking the issues and insider, outsider, all this stuff, you have given a common sense thing that's essentially this is a reason people vote for folks.
Yeah, keep your word.
You get to know people.
Something as simple as that, too.
Yeah.
There might have been me and 3 other people that would have forgotten about it.
And let's be straight up. I think Barry, based on the results last time, Barry's going to have to fight hard in North Alabama.
Oh, no doubt.
And then Jared's going to have to fight hard down here.
And again, with Barry, there's some things that he's done for some friends of ours, friends of the show, that show he's available and willing to help out. So, kind of hard to go against that, man.
Anyway, we have Carrico. Troy Carrico.
That's right.
He's in Ohio right now.
So he's in North or West Alabama?
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
But he sent me some photos, and he said, I could share a little bit. He said he's got a new article coming out for 1819, heavily influenced by his trip. Saying his trip given him just major contemplation, introspection on the direction of the Republic and its peoples. And, I'm looking at some photos here, and it's like farmland for miles and miles and miles, and maybe this is actually kind of the area where he used to grow up is what I'm almost thinking. Yeah. I don't know. He wants to share something. Something happened on this trip to Ohio, so I'm looking forward to talking to Troy.
Excellent. I look forward to that.
And Well, we got to hit another break.
All right.
But first, this part of the program brought to you by Pest Pro Services.
All right. I seen them this morning. I got a text this morning and then a call that said, hey, Eddie, we're showing up at your house to spray for mosquitoes. 10 minutes later, they showed up at my house, sprayed for mosquitoes. It was great. I haven't had but one mosquito bite since we started using them. And, we had all that rain this weekend. I didn't call them to come out, but that's when I got bit. I'm just on the schedule. And, hey, no more mosquitoes, buddy.
I got bit on the knuckle last
that's
night.
so annoying.
Leaving
That's so
Sushi
annoying.
Cafe. I was outside for a second.
How do you even have enough meat there?
I know, and I don't even have that big hands. Well, he said I don't have big either. See, look, you can look, dude. No. But yeah, it went away quick because there isn't a lot of meat. It's just bone. But it was also like, why is my finger itchy? Right.
Also,
so I hate mosquitoes. Get Pest Pro out.
This is when you need them
Get
because
rid of
there's
them.
standing water everywhere right now. Everywhere there's standing water.
Yeah, all this rain, and it's humid and hot.
Yes.
Like, it's just, they love it.
Yeah,
They're just
this is
multiplying like bunnies or like mosquitoes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
So check out Pest Pro Services today. If you particularly want to just take down the mosquitoes, do your part and hiring up Pest Pro to do that. Or you need something like termite inspection and protection, or you just need great basic pest control services from a great local company. Check them out today. You can always learn more at pbsriverregion.com or go to Pest Pro Services on the Book of Faces. Always recommend searching for them on Facebook.
That's right.
Or
Oh,
the
they got a
Facebook
great
page.
thing out today with termites.
Yeah?
Yeah, with pictures.
Yeah.
Yes.
Those are crazy, creepy things.
Yes. Some damage too. Oof.
But, of course, you can always call them direct at 265-9990. That's 265-9990. And be sure to tell them that Joey and Eddie, those fellas on the radio, sent you. When you want to know, call a pro. Pest Pro Services. We'll be right back.
He may not know whether he's coming or going, but whether you're going to work or coming home, Greg Budell is there. Mornings 6 till 9 and afternoons 3 till 6. Only on News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
DeJuan Walker has been an Alabama Power customer since 1999.
We're being squeezed on every side. We hear about Alabama Power freezing their rates. That's the best news we can get. Alabama Power rate freeze will provide real relief for Alabama working families. Alabama Power is protecting their customers by making data centers pay their full costs. It makes me feel at peace. Alabama Power is really stepping up and doing what's right for customers.
You want your floors to scream new, fresh, and stylish. But if yours are groaning, tired, old, and outdated, you're in luck. Because at Prattville Carpet, you can revitalize your floors while you save on the best brands available with perfect and professional installation and Prattville's unbeatable lifetime warranty.
Hi, I'm Ray Bowles from Prattville Carpet. If you're looking for carpet, hardwood, laminate, vinyl plank, or ceramic tile, call us today for your free measurement.
Start shopping for your floors right now at PrattvilleCarpet.com.
Prattville Carpet, we're more than just carpet.
Yes? Yeah, I'm Bill. You called about some breaker stripping? Oh, yes, Bill. My brother-in-law says you can do almost anything. That's me. Not much I hadn't seen.
Do you really want someone who does almost anything in your electric box? Think about that, because each year thousands of home fires are caused by faulty wiring. That's why you want a professional, like the electricians at Crosby Electric.
Bill, how's it going? Bill, ooh, are you okay? Oh, yeah, well, I didn't really need my eyebrows anyway.
At Crosby Electric, all technicians undergo rigorous safety training, as well as background checks, drug testing, and continuing education.
Bill, you think maybe I should call a real electrician? No, these little slip-ups happen. Everybody does it. Really?
No, not really. When you need professional electric work, or you just like someone to assess your home for safety, call the experts at Crosby Electric, 272-2085, or visit us at crosbyelectric.com.
This is your roving reporter. Today I'm talking with a man from outer space. What's up, Earthling? I see you've landed your spacecraft over there in that field. That's right, man. My question is, why have you landed here on our planet? I came to see David Ernest, the asset preservationist. Yeah, man. I wanted to see if he would take a look at my portfolio for me. Well, before you make the trip over there, call him on his toll-free number, 833-596-7233. And I understand those last 4 digits spell out the word safe. That is correct. Funny thing happened the last time I came to Earth. What was that? I went to the Walmart, man. Yes. And I accidentally went in the back door. How did that work out? Well, they stopped me and very gently told me that I needed to go around front and come in. And then what did you do? I said, cool, man. Take me to your greeter. You flew millions of miles just for that. Hey, man, I don't write them. I just read them.
Are you tired of the mainstream media's biased reporting? Do you want to stay informed on the news that really matters to you? Look no further than 1819 News. At 1819 News, we bring you the latest in Alabama news, politics, sports, culture, and more. We've assembled a team of journalists with Alabama values dedicated to the truth and the truth alone. Visit us at 1819news.com today. That's 1819news.com. Subscribe to our newsletter. Honest News, Alabama Values.
This hour of news and views is brought to you by our good friends at Alabama Home Mortgage. Alabama Home Mortgage, 567-4223. Visit them on the web at myalabamahomemortgage.com. NMLS number 1586368, an equal housing lender.
The premier place the River Region turns to for news, weather, traffic, and opinion. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back. 272-9228 if you want to get in on the conversation. That's 334-272-9228.
Forgot how much music can make you feel better. Today I have a crap mood coming in, somehow tuned into some Metallica.
Oh, I haven't listened to Metallica in a while.
Boosted me
That's
right
like
up.
straight testosterone.
It was a Whiskey in the Jarro. I listened to it probably 7 times between my house and here.
Though at Montgomery Catholic, and it shows like, well, sometimes they're not like playing us the best stuff. Like we're part of the culture too. It used to be before football games. I don't remember who put it on, which coach or whatever.
Yeah.
It might have been Trokey, our head coach, because he loved Metallica. Grew up in Southern California.
Oh.
And but it would be, as we're getting ready, like getting equipment on, like the hour or two before the game, it would be the entire Black Album.
There you go.
And dadgum.
I mean, it just sets a mood, man.
Yeah. Just like sad but true. Like, it's been a while.
Yeah, I bumped into it on Sirius, and then I just kept replay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Trying to think of what I've been listening to like that. It's all kind of... I've been on this 90s nostalgia kick. I really have been.
Then you missed out because somebody was trying to do some Backstreet Boys Friday night. You could have joined them on the stage.
Oh, no. Yeah, not back. No, it's been more like your, There She Goes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, There She Goes.
Or like
There
the Pixies. Or like...
Really, some...
Yeah, more like, but very 90s, like Runaway Train.
Oh, that's a great.
Yeah, you know, that's...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, it's been that kind of vibe of late.
That's good, but...
I've been a little moody. Concrete Blonde Joey.
Yeah, I heard that one the other day popped up on mine, too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I never thought I would know a guy named Joey and then know all the words to that song. And then when it comes on, I sing it as if I'm standing next to you.
I don't really know what it's about, because at one point she's like, I got the money.
Yeah, and...
I'm like, I'm not worried about money.
On the floor somewhere. So.
Right. I'm like, I don't have a heroin problem. What is this?
I don't know.
Now, it hasn't gone so far that I'm doing Ben Folds' Brick, which is the saddest song
that song,
ever.
Man, that is
so
great.
sad. There, at the 90s, that was a thing. Like, what's the one band, Live? Like,
I love
singing
Live.
about placenta falling to the floor.
I love that band, too. I loved it.
I saw them here in Montgomery when they showed up. Yeah, the Jubilee one time.
Man, Brick, that brings back some memories. I'll probably cry on my way home listening to Brick 7 times now. Thanks, Joey.
Let's go to Babs. Okay. Hey, Barbara, how are you?
I am good. My first comment is we have a Senator, Tuberville, who is going to be our new governor. He votes in the 90 percentile of conservative. And our representative, Barry Moore, votes in the 90 percentages of for conservative. Miss Katie Britt votes in the 60s. So I think we need to keep Barry Moore in is it Congress? Is that what you call the both of them?
Yeah,
So
and the
that-
House and the Senate of the Congress, yes.
House and the Senate, yeah. So I think we should keep him there. I don't have anything against Jared Hudson. He sounds like a great guy, but I think we really need Barry Moore. The other thing I was going to say is he will be speaking at the Republicans' ladies' meeting tomorrow, along with Brian Dawson.
Oh, no,
Nice.
Good deal.
Yeah. I
Wait,
can't
who's
wait.
speaking? Barry?
Barry Moore and Brian Dawson.
Okay. Nice.
How about that?
That's pretty good.
No, it's Barry Moore and a big bearded fellow with a lot of kids who really knows what he's talking about on a lot of stuff. Pretty good.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the, I don't know if you listened to the morning show or not, but they were discussing the fact of how many what is Jared? What was Jared? Navy SEAL.
Navy SEAL, yeah.
They were discussing the number of Navy SEALs that are suddenly running across the country for Congress or Senate.
Mhm.
But I just hope people wake up and realize, like I said, how Congressman Moore votes. So I'd like to see him go on, and then maybe Jared might run for Congress himself sometime. So they sound like two great guys. That's all I can say. But I like the conservative. Who was it that got beat out that voted such a very conservative? I think he was in Congress.
Mo Brooks?
Mo Brooks, yes. We needed him desperately. From my understanding, he was the most conservative congressman up there. So
Yeah,
we
he was very, very conservative. He just wasn't captivating.
Yeah, that's sad but true.
And I just don't want to lose.
Nice
I don't want to lose Mr. Moore. So, all right, that's my comment, Joey. Thank you.
Love
Y'all
you,
have a
Babs.
great rest of the afternoon.
Take it,
Love
Babs.
Y'all too.
Yeah, I always remember I was talking about Metallica on the nighttime show, and that Joker 84.
Yeah.
I hadn't heard from him in ages. He called up and he's like, for the longest time, I thought the lyrics of that song were State Patrol. Really?
Yes, that's the sad part. Really. Yes.
Love that guy. Let's go to Chicken Man. Hey, Chicken Man, how you doing?
Hi, pretty good. I've been laughing at the far left protesters that want the detention centers shut down.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they're not making any sense, And I mean, I've got a message for them, the far left that want the detention shut down. Shutting down the detention centers would be a Biden move.
Yeah, it would be.
Yeah, very much so.
I mean, Mark Wayne Mullins, they had a cabinet meeting today, with President Trump.
Yeah.
And he put it well. I mean, it's been said before, this is not a Holiday Inn. And I can tell you from my experiences in the military that when I was in charge of detention centers, I had a few detainees that would help me to, make my job easier. Then, of course, I had the ones, the bad ones, but still, overall, I had the good ones because they just knew that either they were going to work with me or against me. I mean, and the detention centers, they're not all perfect. Like I said, I've been there and done it. They're not perfect, but we did our job. My troops always told them, I said, look, we're here to do a job and get out of here, and we get to go home.
Mm-hmm.
The detainees are in there for a good reason. They're murderers. And we did our job, but we knew that, like I said, even though they were murderers, I still had the ones that would help me.
Okay.
But last comment, the far left, they need to quit looking at just the negative. Look at what can be done better.
Yeah, well, we can keep praying for him, but I don't know how many of them are changing on that front.
Well, you have a good day.
Appreciate
You too.
Chicken Man.
It's funny, he talks about there was a video out yesterday where they were protesting in front of a detention center, and two Spanish fellas left the detention center out the front gate, and the crowd started applauding, and they started laughing, and they apparently said, we're just going to lunch. They work there. They work
You're
there.
right. No, I think it's something like 3 million people have been deported.
Yeah, pretty close.
Yeah, and I think a lot of that is self-deportation. And I have to admit at this point, and I know it'll make conservatives not like me.
Shocker.
That I think there are a lot of people here illegally that are our neighbors, have been here for a long, long time.
1,000%.
And I think to uproot them would not be the right approach. Now, I think part of the solution has already been done and done magnificently. Stop the flow.
And
I think
criminals.
if you came here in the last 5 years, especially during the Biden wave, go home.
Mm-hmm.
If you've committed heinous crimes beyond just getting here illegally, heinous crimes, get out. I'm not against the whole, even working with El Salvador, that sort of things. But I think there are a lot of folks here who have been here a long, long time.
Yeah. I know some. And
right.
What's strange to me is that some of them are property owners. And I never, until this whole thing heated up, I never considered, you own property here, but you really, legally, you're not supposed to be here. You're not supposed to be able to own that property. And, and my buddy, he's been here 35 years.
Also, my sense is for all Trump's real tough rhetoric, I never thought the full 30 million were ever at risk of being deported. That was never and you listen to J.D. Vance, he's like, well, you take one bite at a time. So, I don't think look at how Trump has balked on, the hospitality industry, on the agricultural industry. I think there's a lot of stuff with that, the over the top. It's almost like everybody who runs for office, folks. Sometimes you sell it in a hyperbolic way, and the reality is not exactly how you were sold. That said, I think there's also there is a very practical, common sense side to Trump that he is willing to change his mind. Some might just call it flip flopping or breaking promises.
Yes, he is a bit of
but
a
think of
flip-flopper,
all the promises he's kept too. So we'll see. Now, I think if the number's 3 million, still a lot more to go of recent arrivals and criminals and stuff. But
what you and I think of a lot of, or I do at least, I think of a lot of those as being Spanish people, but they're not.
Well, and
there's
also,
a lot of Chinese, a lot
there's
of
angles
Soviets.
Yes, and there's angles also that the media doesn't want to talk about. That, say somebody who hadn't committed a heinous crime, they get picked up.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how often, but I've heard stories of, they pissed off somebody in their family.
Yep, and turned them in.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that's, talk about a true tragedy.
It is. It was a standard joke there for a while. ICE, if you're looking for, so-and-so, my mother-in-law is.
Right.
But then it become a reality where it And crabs on those things are crabs in the bucket, man. Crabs in the bucket.
Well, and it does show long term, the letting that many people in illegally, number one, and then having the system of folks that can rat on each other and are operating these parallel social security systems and identity systems. It is bonkers. So it needs to be formalized. Something needs to be done. The start was fully securing the border. And if you want to keep that, by the way, don't elect a Democrat president. They'll open it right back up.
That's the other scary
part. This issue's
part
not going away.
Yeah, that's the other scary part of this is if Trump, whether it's Trump or the next Democrat that gets in, I worry that his number or her number one job will just be reverse everything Donald Trump did.
Immigration's not going away. And on some of these issues, Tuberville talks a great game on against Islam and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I look at certain cities and I'm like, ooh.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the main immigration plays into that. How you control immigration, how you control who is allowed to come into the country, solves a lot of these problems. You focus on that intensely.
A lot better than the open door policy.
Yeah, just a bit. Anyway, let's go to line 3. You're on there. Who's this?
How are you?
I'm all right. How are you?
I'm fine.
That's good.
I was I was just thinking about something that it seems to be, something that people gotten away from over the years. What's the party name? MAGA, right? MAGA.
Make America Great Again.
Conservative.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, MAGA / conservative nowadays. That's the label I'm going with right now.
Mm-hmm.
I hadn't heard this phrase in a while. My children and grandchildren. We're not going to leave that debt for our children and grandchildren. The guest you had on a little while ago, he didn't speak anything about not raising the national debt where, leaving for our children and grandchildren. What happened to that phrase?
I'm with you.
I don't know. I haven't heard that in quite a while.
I think, both candidates didn't even bring that up. Well,
when last time you heard anybody on TV talk about it? Any of these politicians?
No, but that's the thing. It's sad. No, it's sad. No, and I can play you clips of Obama talking about George W. Bush irresponsibly running up the debt. And it's like it's always been a great campaign cudgel, and then both sides do nothing about it, and in fact spend more. And as much as Trump and team are like, well, we actually cut federal jobs, and and then you spent all that money on something else, and you're asking for a 50% increase of the defense budget to be like $1.5 trillion. Now, maybe what they're banking on is we're going to become the Bitcoin capital, and essentially they're going to be able to.
You're betting there.
No, not if actually you start driving the car, then you're not betting. But
all I heard on Mr. Moormouth, and Tubbs and all of them, do what Donald Trump want, do what MAGA want.
Yeah, you got to go with that.
What about the children and the grandchildren? What about
dance with the ones who brung you? Dance with the ones who brung you, man. They threw that out from day one, and
I mean.
What can I say?
Well, I don't know, Duke. Sometimes on political calculations, like if you're annoyed by people saying they love Trump, then maybe that's a good person to vote for.
I mean, no, I want you can talk about
honest.
Anything you want to talk about. Talk about Jesus 24/7, but you're not, trying to do better as a Christian. Hell, you're just talking about God every day. So why are you talking about Trump for? What you gonna do for the state of Alabama? Are you going to bring the prices down?
He's going to keep
Trump.
Trump.
Make things before your kids won't have them.
He's going to keep Trump close to him. That's what he's going to do. Let's be honest. What do people in Alabama want, really? They want some good Trump action.
All of them. Yeah.
Right.
Nationwide.
Right.
Well, the dirty little secret is one congressman or one senator, what are they really going to do for you? On the margins here or there, stuff gets done.
All of them got those same talking point, though, I'm going to do
the team talking points. You're right.
Do the border. Hey, I thought they shut down the damn border.
Pretty much shut down. Like 21 people came across last month.
I mean, 21.
I think it was like 21 people came across last month.
21. No, they really have shut down the border.
Who's picking these strawberries nowadays? It's all the Mexicans and all these folks gone.
I don't know, but I got them on sale the other day 2 for 1, so somebody's still picking the crap out of them.
Well, in my neighborhood, they're laying all the fiber optic.
Yeah, I noticed that. Yeah. Even some chicks.
I already told you these young white kids and the young brothers ain't finna do it now. Because the brother he got to hold his damn pants up and had a phone in the other hand before he get out there. What hand he got left to do anything to start with?
Duke, speaking of that.
Young white kids do that too. Huh?
Oh, yeah, speaking of that, the other day we were at a drive-thru. Okay, and I grew up working fast food. The girl that's taking the money is sitting on the chair, just sitting in the chair. Her phone is on. She's watching TV. She is no more paying attention to how much money she's giving me or how. You could not have a job when I was a kid if you even thought about that. She is literally watching TV, sitting on a stool, just occupying space, and they're paying her. I couldn't believe that.
I had one sitting there texting. Hell, I'm in the line waiting for her to take my money. Hell, she sitting there texting and looked up.
Yeah.
I'm doing something right. She told me I was doing something right now. I said, hell, I got some stuff to do too right now.
I just don't get it.
Yeah, the younger generations, man.
This worries me because these are us 20 years ago, but we weren't that bad. Mm-hmm. Good Lord.
But I ain't just picking on my people, but the white kids.
Yeah, white kids too, man.
Screwed up too. Yeah. They screwed up too.
All started with Jay and Silent Bob.
No, it all started when they let the kids act like they were cats. And they didn't let them use the litter box.
They put that damn cell phone in the hand at 5 years old and told them, do what you want to do, look at what you want to look at.
So we need to replace a cell phone with like hammers? Give them something to do? That way they'll be...
Yeah, give them a hammer, give them a damn lawnmower, and some gas in it. Like we talking about gas yesterday, give them a damn...
Give them a hose, got to siphon that gas.
Get out there, cut the yard around the house. But no, my baby ain't working,
Yeah, there's a lot of that, too.
I also think kids could benefit, bring back the Looney Tunes, even the Yosemite Sam ones. Bring it all back. They need a reminder what America used to be.
And honestly, I agree with that. Bring it all back. And if you are not the least bit bothered by that, if you don't go to your parents and go, hey, what was that all about back then?
Eddie, talk to the average kid. I talk to many kids that don't know how to change the damn flat tire, son.
I'm looking at one.
Huh?
Well, I don't know how to change a tire.
Okay.
Come on, Joe.
We should do this one day. We should literally do some outside man Olympics.
No, I'm not doing it. Not doing it as a competition. I only do it when it's a necessity.
The competition is, can you do it?
Yeah, I've literally changed my tire the other day.
Hold up for a minute. I hate to interrupt y'all. Hey, Joe, you can't change no damn tire, young man.
Yeah, I can.
What do you think, Duke? What do you think?
Slap him for me,
But here's, I'll give in Joey's defense.
Knock the hell out of it.
In Joey's defense, he didn't grow up poor like me, riding on Maypop for changing the tire. It was just every 3 or 4 day occurrence.
Literally changed the tire.
That nail in the road don't give a damn about how you were raised. It's gonna happen, Joey. One day you're gonna have a flat tire. I ain't coming to help your ass. Don't come calling me.
Now, luckily, I was able to get back to the driveway and had was able to break it there in the garage. It was good.
Good.
As opposed to on the side of the road.
A lot of women can change the tire, Joey.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
You're
acting like I can't. So
I don't know. I offered to bring
you and Eddie seem to be tickling each other.
I'll bring you a vehicle with a
two
flat
grown
tire.
men tickling each other like on my radio show, like on my.
Laughing at the inability of the other grown men.
What we're gonna do, Joey? What we're gonna do one day? We're gonna get with you and we're gonna make you take the tire off and show you how to take it off and put it back on. We're gonna show you how to do it.
I would just like for you to show us how to do it. If you know how to do it, show us how to do it. I'll go let the air out of one of your tires now, and then after the show, I can film it.
We had the more.
I think you're called AAA.
We had to learn how to change them. We had the more recap tires. So
Yeah, we did. You were poor when you were changing a tire about every 3 or 4 days and just putting on another Maypop.
You loosen the nuts while it's still down, then you jack it up.
Where's the emergency brake, Joey? Do you want to set the emergency brake?
Are we on a hill?
Doesn't matter. Safety first. Always safety first. See, here we go, Duke. See?
No, but especially like with Kia, they give you this little jack, and you're just like.
The worst was for a while, and for a while, if you bought a Kia, they didn't give you a little jack. They gave you a can of air fluid to put it.
Those little jacks reminded me of something.
It's probably a good idea if you stay single, so you get out there and piss moo off or something like that. So you block your tire. You're stuck. Huh?
I did have a lady slash my tires once.
Really?
Yeah, well, she printed out pictures of the guitar slash
and that way.
And put it on my tire.
All right, I don't know if that's crazier. It's less expensive, but I don't know if that's crazier or less crazy than actually slash.
Yeah, I got to go on now with Joey. You want to change back on top of it.
All right. Y'all can believe that if you want. No way I can convince you other than, I guess, doing it, but I don't want to play into your little boast.
You could write an article about changing a tire.
Yeah, right. No, I had to do it the other few months ago.
I believe you.
No, but I'm saying it because I made a mistake.
What'd you do?
I jacked it up first.
Oh, and it was wanting
and
to go.
So when I went to loosen it, it just kept
spinning around.
I'm like, you dumbass. And jacked it back down, then broke it.
Front wheel drive?
Yeah.
Was it front tire?
Yeah.
Could have just put it in gear, but whatever.
Could have just put it in gear to lock it up. I figured it out.
That's the important part.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, we got to hit this break.
All right, let's break.
We'll be right back.
Want to carry News Talk in your pocket? Download the News Talk 93.1 app from the App Store. Available on iPhone and Android. Never miss a moment. Download now.
Hi, this is Bo Goodson from the Goodson Group with your Real Estate Minute. 5 reasons to get a home inspection before you close on a home. Homeowners buying their first home or their 10th home still need a home inspection performed. First, you will find out firsthand the true condition of the home, the age and state of the heating and air, the roof, electrical, and plumbing as of the date of inspection. Second, it may give you the ability to renegotiate repairs that the seller will end up paying for before closing. Third, if the results show that the repairs would be too costly, then you can opt out of the contract without losing your earnest money. Fourth, the age and state of the systems will indicate what shape the rest of the house might be in and give you the option to opt out of the transaction or renegotiate terms. Fifth, knowing what needs to be done to the house will allow you the opportunity to update the home properly to your taste. For a list of the best home inspectors in the area, call Bo Goodson at the Goodson Group at 334-221-2883 or 551-0225. The Goodson Group.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
ZipRecruiter.
This hour of news and views is brought to you by our good friends at Alabama Home Mortgage. Alabama Home Mortgage, 567-4223. Visit them on the web at myalabamahomemortgage.com. NMLS number 1586368, an equal housing lender.
Weather, a service of H&H Carpets, where right now, get a load of this, listen close, you get a house full of carpet for $19.95 installed. Unbelievable. They're located at 6450 Atlanta Highway, just across from Walmart.
Rich Thomas weather.
Well, hi, everybody. It's another day where our weather app is going to be very helpful with radar and future radar. Some towns will get wetter than others, but there will be periods of showers and thunderstorms at times today, tomorrow, Friday, and probably even through the weekend. The storms will be most prominent in the afternoon and evening hours with locally heavy downpours. High temperatures in the middle 80s each day, lows at night in the upper 60s to around 70 with very little day-to-day change. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
Big dreams for your home on a tight budget? ASE's $26.26 as you covered. Unlock your home's equity with just $26 in closing costs. No fees, no headaches. Visit your local ASE branch today. Federally insured by NCUA, equal housing lender. NMLS number 420259.
Trustworthy, accurate, immediate. Carrying your voice across the river region. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back. Let's go right to the phones and talk to Harris, who's been very patient. Hey, Harris, how you doing?
Hey, how y'all this afternoon?
Pretty good.
Good. Hey, I had the conversation or the question for you that I posed it to the program before y'all last week.
Mm-hmm.
I voted for the president, the current president, 3 times, but him endorsing somebody means absolutely nothing to me.
Okay. Yeah.
And I was blown away that John Wall hit the results from last Tuesday. I was amazed. Absolutely.
I think the endorsement, it's not always like a guarantee, but it's worth its weight in gold.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, unless you're a gray-headed old dude from North Alabama.
No, that's one thing about Alabama is we do not like being told who to
And
vote
also
for.
consider the competition. Mo just wasn't that captivating.
Yeah.
No, I mean, Katie worked her rear end off.
She
and
did,
He
yeah.
didn't defend her.
100%.
You know, and he also decided to start picking a fight with Alpha and like every big
wrong
mule in
people.
the state.
Yep.
And I'm like, what are you doing?
Yep.
Yeah. Well, again, it just amazes me that, it might resonate 2% with this 60-year-old male, but that's it. I'm going to make my own mind up.
So do you have somebody in mind for this runoff?
For the Senate,
Yeah.
I'll be voting for Mr. Hudson.
Okay. Let me ask you why. Why?
He just resonates with me.
Yep.
I like his story, and that's what it means to me.
Oh, I hear you. No, and I'm going with Barry, but I'm happy to keep talking to both of them. And honestly, I'm not going to be real upset if my preference doesn't win. I think Jared's pretty great.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Gotcha.
Agreed.
All right, fellas. Thank you.
Thank you, man. Yeah, which makes it a little bit more difficult sometimes. Like when both are kind of good options, you got to go, I don't know about that. Okay, we got the star of the show
Man
for this
himself.
segment. The one, the only, Michael Cohen with Cohen's Electronics and Appliances. Hey, Michael, how you doing?
I'm doing great.
Sorry, I just channeled Jack Campbell there for a second.
I don't know. I don't know what that was. Don't serenade me.
No, there's sometimes Jack would just get out of hand, just how you doing?
Yes, missed that.
Yeah, too much tequila.
Yeah.
Eddie will know about that.
A little bit.
Yeah, and then some other words I can't say.
Exactly.
Well, how's the Cohen's experience going today?
Man, it's going great. We're getting in. Some of these new TVs are trickling in. The Sony mini RGBs. I just got a shipping deal where they're shipping. I want to say they're shipping a 55 and a 65 of their models. And their models are going to be pretty cool. They're going to have a 3-year warranty from Sony.
Oh, wow.
On some of these models with the mini RGB. And so not only will they have a great picture, but they'll have 3 times the warranty that they came with. And they're just made for our channel, the custom installer channel. So we're excited to get those in.
Very cool. And, man, I still got to get by that. Right now, the house we're getting construction done, so I need to shut my mind off of adding things to the inside, but I got to come have a visit with you. Not just, I mentioned audio before, but the furniture options.
It's the perfect time to set some custom stuff, Joey.
I'm thinking about creating a home theater room, like a proper home theater room. Like I got my bed in the other room, and I'm like, man, this is a good staging area for a good movie theater room.
I think that would be an excellent idea.
See?
Yeah.
Young
and
man,
if your house is in a little disarray, I mean, now's the perfect time to run wires and get everything done. And, we can get you some really cool light switches so that you can have like a one-touch where you hit the go button and it turns off these lights, it dims these lights, it turns on your audio system, your TV system, puts it on the right app or whatever you're trying, whether it's a DVD or an app. And it can kind of just make everything much more simple to operate.
Well, and it also sweetens the pot that One Touch and Go was my nickname in high school.
Oh, nice.
That's what she said.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't brag about that. Actually, that was Eddie's nickname in high school. Folks.
But that was just a couple of years ago.
yeah, it's just a little while ago. Right.
Not like the rest of us old people.
Folks, get by Cohen's today. Of course, you could always go to thinkcohens.com, but I really encourage you to stop by the Boulevard, 2515 Eastern Boulevard here in Montgomery. Open 9 to 6 Monday through Friday, 9 to 4 on Saturdays?
That's correct.
And, of course, folks can always call you direct, right?
That's right, 277-8890. But the best way is to come by, bring some pictures of whatever you're trying to upgrade. Let our guys ask you some questions, you ask us some questions, and let us help you make the right choice. Because there's a ton of choices out there, and there's a ton of choices that all look the same, but they're all different.
Yeah.
This is true.
So y'all come see us.
Well, I appreciate it, Michael, and hope you have a good rest of the day.
Hey, good talking to you, Eddie.
See you, brother.
Always keeping tabs on Eddie's attendance record.
I'm here today, gone tomorrow.
You've been busy, man.
It's crazy busy. I wish I'd say we're just closing deals left and right, but we're just hustling. We're hustling. I know this is before your time, but Dudley Moore was in a movie when you said push the button, and I'm going to send you the scene where it's probably back in the 70s. I think the movie was Private Benjamin, maybe.
Oh, no, the 70s have some of the great stuff.
Yeah, so he was a bachelor in an apartment, and when you come in...
I think of Austin Powers.
Okay, this is very similar. When you come in, he hits a button, and the Murphy bed drops out of the wall, and the disco ball drops out of the ceiling. Yeah, that's all I can think of. So if you're going to set that up...
No, I'm not going to set that up.
Just
I'm
saying.
going to get a heart-shaped bed.
Dude, it's got to rotate, though.
You want a rotating bed?
Yes.
What is
Not
the
too
advantage
fast,
of
you
that?
get seasick. 360, the room in 60.
What if it's a water bed?
They are coming back, dude.
Are they?
They're called gel beds.
Gel beds?
Yeah, instead of water, you put another substance in there, and it's like a jelly. Yep, they're coming back, bro.
Ew.
Yep.
I'm good with I got a purple mattress. What do you got?
Good with it?
Yeah, I like my purple
I
mattress.
don't know what we got anymore. I got the adjustable base. I know that.
Sleep Number?
We used to have that, but we finally broke that. I forget what it is.
No, I like the purple. It's kind of perfect because I'm mostly a side sleeper, but it's like it's almost like hard when you're laying on your back, but it's like not, and then it sinks, it hugs you if you're on your side and stuff. Like I don't know, it's different than many other mattresses.
It's kind of memory, whatever. Yeah,
memory foam, yeah.
Traps you down there.
Anyway.
But I've noticed. I'm going to be one of them nerds. I noticed the other night when I was laying in bed on my back watching the phone, I fell asleep and the phone smacked me right in the nose.
You know,
I had to get one of them things, you know.
Do you got blue light glasses?
No.
Well, then you're just ruining your sleep.
My sleep is...
I know. Well, that's part of it. You're sitting there staring at your phone.
I will get up. This is so sad, but I will get up, watch 10 minutes of videos, and fall right back asleep. If I don't watch those videos, I just sit there and, overthink. So, yeah. Didn't get much sleep in, but man, I got a lot of anxiety done last night.
Yeah, I'm just saying. There's a lot of things that are environmental that can ruin sleep.
Oh, sure.
Do you keep it cool at night?
Oh, yeah, man.
Yeah,
in fact, I'm even considering getting one of those beds or a fans for your bed that blows underneath the covers.
Oh, I've heard of those, yeah.
Because, I'm a bit of a night sweater sometimes. And
I could see that.
Yeah.
Just look at them.
Yeah. Sometimes, especially after a good weekend.
No, I feel like you could just lay outside in a hammock and you're all right. Probably sleep better than you did on your mattress.
Actually, I do, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm very good at that.
Anyway, been a long time since I've laid in a hammock.
I'm a bear like that. What can I say?
You got hammocks?
Yeah, I got 2 of them.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense.
Why does I suddenly feel insulted?
Just makes sense. Like you got jet skis, you got hammocks.
And my jet skis are legal now, too, so even better. We got them registered.
Anyway, this part of the program. In fact, the entire hour brought to you by Alabama Home Mortgage.
Yes.
And there at Alabama Home Mortgage, Kim Williams, Madeline Cannon are ready to help you, whether you're looking to buy a home, especially if you're a first-time home buyer.
Yeah, big time.
Or if you're looking to refinance that current home. And if you're a veteran, they specialize in knowing the latest with the VA mortgage, and they can help you out. And it really is the best deal in town, veterans. Take advantage of it. But, if you're just looking for that extra peace of mind, that confidence when you're entering into the housing market looking to buy, go ahead and get pre-approved by Alabama Home Mortgage. It's a lot better than using some cheap online calculator.
1,000% better.
Yeah. Don't even do that.
Right.
Instead, go actually see how much you can finance and how much home you can afford. That way, you, again, can shop with confidence, and sellers will actually take you seriously.
Yep.
And, God forbid you don't get pre-approved. You go out, you find a house you love, and then all of a sudden, no, you're not pre-approved at all, and then somebody buys it up right under your nose.
It happens.
And then maybe you're in the situation where you got a home.
Mm-hmm.
You built up equity, but that's hitting you hard. Or you're in retirement, and you're kind of burning through that retirement fund faster than you thought you would. Well, they've got great refinance deals to help situate you a little bit better in terms of your finances there at Alabama Home Mortgage. So check them out today. You can always check them out online at myalabamahomemortgage.com or call them direct at 567-4223. That's 567-4223. There is a difference in mortgage companies. Let Kim and Madeline prove that to you today. NMLS number 1586368 and Equal Housing Lender. I got to stop singing.
Broadcasting from the Riverside Chevrolet Master Control Center, this is WACV Cusana, News Talk 93.1 FM. When it's Chevy, it's Riverside.
With SRN News, I'm Bob Agnew in Washington. President Trump convened a meeting of his cabinet today and then held a press conference shortly thereafter in which he spoke about a number of topics, also taking special time to praise Tulsi Gabbard. She departs her role as a director of national intelligence to care for her ailing husband. He's suffering from a rare form of bone cancer. He says that under her tenure, the department gained a lot of new knowledge and tactics that have helped other departments like the FBI. New housing proposals in New York City drawing some criticism. The government there wants to control private property, as New York City Mayor Zohran Mamdani is unveiling an agenda that would allow the city to take control of chronically neglected properties and transfer ownership to nonprofits, land trusts, or even the tenants who live in them. It's been an up and down day on Wall Street for the major indexes. Now they're all back into positive territory. The Dow up 195 points right now. This is SRN News.
Hey, I'm Kirk Cameron. Is health insurance eating up your budget for 2026? If you're looking for ways to better steward your finances, consider this: Christian Healthcare Ministries. It's a health insurance alternative at half the cost. Join CHM today by visiting chministries.org/wellness. While insurance companies tell you when to join, what to pay, and where to go, CHM is different. As a ministry, CHM allows you to share the burden of medical bills with other Christians. You can enroll, switch programs, or leave at any time. Christian Healthcare Ministries. It's a world of difference. CHM has 4 flexible programs. You can pick any certified doctor, surgeon, or hospital that you want for eligible care. So make the switch. Take your paycheck back from health insurance this year. Join CHM today by visiting chministries.org/wellness. That's chministries.org/wellness.
Rich Thomas Weather is brought to you by Wiley Sanders Truck Lines.
Truckers, listen up. A $2,500 sign-on bonus only at Wiley Sanders Truck Lines. Work for a company that puts God and family first. 855-777-9785. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines.
Rich Thomas Weather.
Well, hi, everybody. It's another day where our weather app is going to be very helpful with radar and future radar. Some towns will get wetter than others, but there will be periods of showers and thunderstorms at times today, tomorrow, Friday, and probably even through the weekend. The storms will be most prominent in the afternoon and evening hours with locally heavy downpours, high temperatures in the middle 80s each day, lows at night in the upper 60s to around 70 with very little day-to-day change. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
1819 News.
There are numbers now being posted from within the Alabama Secretary of State's office regarding the recent primary election that was held on May 19th. 23% of the registered 3.8 million Alabama voters turned out to cast a ballot in the primary races. That translates to about 879,000 people. Democrats here in Alabama showed more participation in voting within the governor's primary race compared to 2022. Over 364,000 Democrats voted in this latest primary election compared to over 188,000 in 2022. The reverse occurred for Republicans, with only 493,000 voters coming out on May 19th compared to over 660,000 in 2022. Democrat voters outpaced Republicans in recent primary voting in the counties of Madison and Tuscaloosa. I'll be back with more Alabama stories after this.
Brian Dawson here, CEO of 1819 News. I'm also the host of 1819 News, the podcast, and we'd love for you to join us by listening to our weekly show on all the top podcast apps, both in audio and video format. At 1819 News, the podcast, we are in pursuit of a free and flourishing Alabama. Every week, we're having important conversations with guests from across this great state, all with the goal of equipping Alabamians to be in pursuit of a free and flourishing Alabama with us. New episodes are released weekly. I hope you'll join us.
A man who was a contract worker for the U.S. Postal Service has entered a guilty plea for the delay or destruction of mail. 23-year-old Timothy Chandler is from Robertsdale. He was suspended by the USPS back in November of last year after large amounts of mail were found to be undelivered. All of that mail was located in piles throughout an apartment that Chandler was renting. A federal judge will now sentence Chandler to prison this coming August. I'm Andrea Tice.
For more news affecting Alabamians, go to 1819news.com. And while you're there, subscribe to the daily newsletter.
At Blue Water Broadcasting, we believe great advertising starts with relationships. That's why so many local business owners trust us, not just for radio, but for digital too. If you're already running digital advertising and you're not seeing results, it may be time to explore your options. Our team takes the time to understand your business, then builds custom campaigns using a multi-channel conversion-focused approach. So whether it's digital display, social media, or you need help increasing your online presence, Blue Water Broadcasting can help. Before your next campaign, let's have a conversation. Visit bluewaterbroadcasting.com.
Don't you love the feeling of coming home to a clean house? Let Southern Bell's Cleaning Service get your home in order. Families in the River region trust Southern Bell's because they know Callan and Jesse will show up on time and believe in cleaning the old-fashioned way. They bring all their own supplies and specialize in full-service, residential, commercial, vacant properties, and construction cleanup. Estimates are always free. Call Southern Bells today at 546-0715 or follow them on Facebook at Southern Bells Cleaning River Region.
This hour of News and Views is brought to you by our good friends at Cole Plumbing, 279-8919. Cole Plumbing is number one in the number two business. You don't have to dig a hole. They have proprietary pipelining technology. Ask them about their tankless water heaters. Remember, when you have trouble with your bowl, call on Cole.
Hi, I'm Carl Schmidt, naturopath and owner of the Herb Shop Wellness Center at 8161 Vaughan Road. You know, with over 30 years experience in natural wellness, I've seen countless health fads come and go. A few years ago, we added a patented technology that actually activates your stem cells. It reverses the aging process at the cellular level. However, you do need proper hydration and targeted nutrition. At the Herb Shop, our advanced scanning and testing technology allows us to accurately assess your nutritional needs and get a customized plan for you. Come in today and see what the Herb Shop can do for you.
The views and opinions of the following program are solely those of the host and other contributors. These do not necessarily represent those of Liberty Acquisitions 825, Blue Water Broadcasting, its management, staff, or any advertisers. It's time for Montgomery's conversational radio show. It's News and Views on News Talk 93.1 FM. To join the conversation, call 272-9228.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back to the program.
The Spy Who Loved Me.
What?
It sounds like The Spy Who Loved Me.
I almost think like we're riding off into the sunset now.
Are we holding hands? It sounds like in this song we might be holding hands.
We're not holding hands.
Okay.
You're on your own horse.
Oh, good.
And I'm on mine.
Okay, not on the back of mine. Right?
No.
Okay. No. Side, are you on a little pony, though, and I'm on the horse?
You wish. You wish. Anyway, let's quickly. Chicken Man wants another shot at things. Hey, Chicken Man, what's up?
Yeah, real quick, I was going to joke with y'all about y'all were joking about changing the tire.
Yeah.
I was going to tell you this. I had a friend of mine, a young kid. He was like in his 20s. But I always tell people when he was right, and when he was wrong, he was still right. But I was doing a brake job one day, and he was jacking we were going to get the tire off. This idiot, he jacked the car up, and then he told his girlfriend to get in and hold the foot brake.
There you go.
Oh, my goodness.
While he loosened the lug nuts.
Oh, my goodness. Just leave it on the ground.
You know, and I asked him, I said, what are you going to do if you're on the side of the road by yourself? You ain't got your girlfriend with you. You going to flag a woman down?
Yep.
Hey, can you come hold this brake for me? Well, y'all have a good day.
Thank you, Chicken Man.
Yeah. Anyway, let's go to. We have Troy Carrico calling us on vacation. Hey, man.
What up, Troy?
Rumors of my untimely demise were greatly over-exaggerated.
Yeah, Jared Hudson was asking about you. Like, where's he at?
Yeah, it's my buddy. Yeah, we had to come to Jesus, and now we're friends.
Well, that's good.
Long live the brotherhood, as they would say. But yeah, I'm up in Ohio. You know, Joey, it's kind of funny as I drive around and see the fields, the pastures, the barns. I sent you some pictures earlier today. Yeah. It's almost surreal. It's like a dream or a different life that I had. And it's as you get older and you just start to appreciate things that you maybe didn't really consider that forged and shaped you. And I've got a new piece that's going to be, I think, publishing on Wednesday. That this is very heartfelt and very much in line with what I experienced up here, and I'd like to share it if we have the time to do that. If not, we can just talk.
Let me see. We do have the time, but no. Like instead of reading it though, just tell me. Let's talk about it. Like what came across your mind?
Okay, good enough. It was entitled "For Good Men to Do Nothing," and it's the malaise of Middle America and the continued decline of our republic, which essentially I talk about how many good people there really are in this country that we don't always meet, we don't talk to. Maybe we just take what's given to us on a superficial level by what the media presents. But I assure you, there are good people everywhere, God-fearing, Jesus-loving, red-blooded Americans. But more importantly, Joe Sixpack, who is the farmer, who's the welder, who's the tradesman, who's the truck driver. They're there. But I talk about the de-incentivization of America to become involved with anything political today, and we watch the travesties occur that are perpetrated against us with a steady rate and with unflinching nerve. And I had some realizations here, and I'll read it when I come back.
Yeah.
But this is probably the most profound piece I think I've done, and it's very heartfelt. So,
well, and there's something not only about getting away, but going back to your roots, and I'm sure it does give perspective. And no, I think you're right. There is the one fancy word is atomized. Like we're all kind of our own individual lives, our own individual algorithms. But it's almost like we've all been unmoored from reality, if that makes any sense. And like a certain type of America, you want to believe it exists, but it's there in kind of the movies you used to watch and some of your memories in your mind, but you wonder where did it go? And maybe those folks are still out there. They're just not getting the connection like you would once hope. So
at the oncoming eve of our 250th celebration of our republic's founding, and I went on Memorial Day to Fort St. Clair Park, which is in Eaton, Ohio. In 1793, there were 100 Kentucky long riflemen and 50 Ohio militiamen at Fort St. Clair, and it was the Battle of Fort St. Clair, which gave way to the Fallen Timbers Battle, where Mad Anthony Wayne carved the new Midwest and the formation of our new Western expansion of this country. 16 men died there, giving their lives for the Republic against Miami and Iroquois warriors under Chief Little Turtle. And I went to the Whispering Pine where they were buried, and I thought to myself, what would our founding fathers say if they were transported today to this? And I think it's a pretty simple answer. They'd say, open your Constitution. We've given you every clear directive, every clear prescriptive on what needs to happen as you move forward. And we have bastardized never-do-wells and do-gooders, have destroyed the fundamental spirit of our Constitution. And that's why we're where we're at right now. And I just thought about that mourning over those men that fell, those brave men. So something to consider.
Well, I appreciate it, Troy. I have to say, I think Alexander Hamilton would find himself right at home in these days. Just that sly fox.
He was a bit controversial, but I think that Thomas Jefferson would say, I've given you the prescriptive. The blood of patriots must refresh the tree of liberty from time to time against tyrants.
Oh, and think of Washington and his dedication, especially to duty and following the will of God. Same thing with Adams and
faith. Yeah, his faith. Yeah.
And like so much of that is that would be a fascinating like what if a man out of time story, and I don't know if they would recognize things. And then you look at also how powerful so much of the federal government's become. Like I think it's it's been flipped on its head, the system that they first created.
The war of northern aggression gave us that outcome. When federalism was deemed supreme over the states, when the Confederacy lost, that's why we're where we're at. And all things aside, that's the harsh truth and the reality that we have now.
Well, we'll see where it goes, and I look forward to hearing it in full. When are you going to be back?
I will be back on. We're pushing out Saturday morning. Guess where we're. Joey, I have a surprise for you. We're stopping off at the Shrine of the Blessed Sacrament up in northern Alabama, and we are going to celebrate the feast of, who is it? It is the feast coming up of Saint, help me out here. Who is it? There's a saint. You should know this.
No, I don't know off the top of my head. I can look.
It's coming up on Monday. It's coming on Monday. It's the saint... Anyways, I will give you a full report when we get back, and I will be there for Monday's show, and we can talk about it. But I'm so excited to go to this shrine up there in northern Alabama. So,
well, look forward to it, man, and look forward to catch up when you get back.
Miss you guys. Take care, and I'll be back. God willing, I will be back. Inshallah, brother. I will be back.
Well, May 31st, by the way, is Feast of the Visitation of the Blessed Virgin Mary.
That's right. That's it. But there was another veneration. I will send it to you off air when I pull it up. Okay.
Cool.
All right, guys. Take care.
See you, Troy. Be careful, bro.
272-9228 if you want to get in on the conversations. 334-272-9228. Let's see. Just checking out 1819 News.
How they doing?
And the new top story there?
Yeah.
Your parents were racist. Dem State Representative Datcher, D-A-T-C-H-E-R, rants about race and uncomfortable truths in an online post.
Yeah. Not like bringing folks together.
He is a Democrat representative from Birmingham.
Well, you got to sing to your audience, I guess.
According to the outgoing lawmaker, anyone who voted for Governors George Wallace or Lurleen Wallace were racist.
Lurleen, I remember.
Didn't George run a lot of the black vote in one of those
he did.
cycles?
In fact, I think he was did some apologizing, and I thought all was well.
No.
No?
Look at us.
No.
Well, at least in the performances we do for politics. I mean, the day-to-day, I think.
I'm not impressed with the performances, to be honest.
Mm-hmm. But it was in a lengthy social media screed that Datcher spoke to white people, encouraging them to acknowledge that the poison of racism still shapes the world. I mean, we could look at the whole post here. Just go through it ourselves.
We don't have that anymore. We have Chelsea Handler.
Yeah, like...
She's made everything so much better.
Like, we got Shane Gillis making slave ship in a bottle jokes on the roast of Kevin Hart, which was hilarious.
Hysterical. I get it. For some people, this is an important subject, and they will live their life always looking for...
it's an idol.
But I just... maybe I'm just the ignorant redneck, but I'm over it, man.
It is literally, I called the other day and folks didn't want to talk about it, I guess. It's a golden cat.
It very much
especially
so,
in politics.
But it's just wore out.
But here's what he says. Kelvin Datcher, he says, your parents were racist. That's a hard sentence to read. Is it? It's a harder sentence to say. I don't think it is. But with the conversations happening right now about race, history, and equality in America, especially after recent Supreme Court decisions, we cannot keep avoiding uncomfortable truths. Not everyone's parents, not every family, but in Alabama and across much of the South, the numbers tell a story we should be honest enough to face. If your parents or grandparents voted for George Wallace, they voted for a man who built his political career on segregation, humiliation, and open racism. By the way, the feast Troy was talking about is St. Justin Martyr, which one of the early church fathers. Great read. George Wallace didn't just express racist views, he normalized them. He made cruelty sound patriotic. He made hate feel respectable. And Alabama rewarded him for it. In 1962, Wallace received 96% of the vote in Alabama. 96%. In 62, what year is it now?
We are in 2026, Joe.
So a few generations.
Yep. Yep.
4 years later, when term limits prevented him from running again, his wife, Lurleen Wallace, ran in his place and won overwhelmingly despite having little political identity separate from him. Then George Wallace returned and won again in 1970 with 75% of the vote, and again in 1974 with 85% of the vote. That is not ancient history. It kind of is, man. It kind of is. And that's where the crux of this argument these days is going on. It's a very different country than 1962.
Yes. And
very different state than 1962.
People's attitudes are completely different.
Yes.
But what I don't understand, and I've said this thousands of times, how many mixed children did you see in the 60s? How many mixed children do you see today? And I don't just mean black and white. I mean all races. Whether you'd want to admit it or not, the world is changing. Racism, yeah, it's probably always going to be there. But so is a turd on the bottom of your shoe every once in a while. It happens. If you go looking for it, you're going to find it. And you're going to find the evils in it and swear that you are down by this. in reality, we just had a black president, right?
Yeah, that improved things.
I don't know what else we're supposed to do besides bow down and say,
let the Democrats win and let socialism reign true.
Give me an idea that works, and I'll even think about it.
He goes on to say, this is not ancient history. Many of the people who cast those votes are still alive. Okay, voted in 62. Some are still alive.
Yeah, my mom's still alive. Yeah.
Many raised families, led churches, ran businesses, taught in schools, and shaped communities. That history didn't disappear just because time passed. In a lot of ways it did. And yet, today, many Americans want to pretend racism was limited to a few men with fire hoses and Confederate flags instead of recognizing how deeply accepted it once was by ordinary people. I once worked with a man named Joe. He grew up in Montgomery. He told me about the summer he finally became old enough to walk to the neighborhood swimming pool and with his older brother and his friends. It was the biggest day of his young life. But when he got there, the pool was gone, not closed, destroyed. Why? Because Montgomery had been ordered to integrate its public schools, and city leaders decided they would rather bulldoze them than allow black children to swim besides white children. Imagine that level of hatred. Imagine loving racism more than you love your own children's joy. When Joe came home devastated and crying, adults told him we couldn't let them win. That story has stayed with me because it reveals something painful. Racism doesn't only wound the oppressed, it poisons the humanity of the people who embraced it. And if we are honest, some of that poison still lingers. When states would rather let rural hospitals close than expand health care because the policy became associated with America's first black president, we should at least be willing to ask ourselves difficult questions about who we are and what still drives our politics. So because you didn't want to expand Medicaid under Obamacare,
that's racist?
This is the poison of, bulldozing school pools and not wanting desegregation, integration. This is not about guilt. None of us can change the past, but we do have a responsibility to tell the truth about it, especially white Americans, because real progress does not begin with defensiveness. It begins with honesty. If your parents were part of that system, acknowledge it. If your community benefited from it, acknowledge it. If racism opened doors for some while locking them for others, acknowledge it. Not to shame yourself, not to hate your family, but because a nation cannot heal from what it refuses to confront. The question is not whether racism existed. The question is whether we love this country enough to stop lying about how deeply it shaped us. And if you are white and believe in justice, equality, and democracy, then this moment calls for more than silence. It calls for courage. Courage to listen without becoming defensive. Courage to speak when others stay quiet. Courage to challenge policies that divide people by race for political gain. Courage to teach the next generation a better version of America than the one we inherited. History is not asking white Americans to carry shame. It is asking you to carry responsibility, and responsibility begins with telling the truth, even when it hurts. That is, again, Representative Kelvin Datcher. He is a Democrat from Birmingham.
Don't feel like he represents everybody.
Mm-hmm. You know what can also stop a nation from healing, or just anybody, like a wound?
Picking that scab.
Yeah. And you know what also, how did things change?
What party ended racism, Joey? What party was Abraham Lincoln?
Well, the Republicans, but I wouldn't even want to play that game. I would say, how did things change? How did the narrative change? How were people's hearts change? How were even those vehement racists and down in Alabama? How did they just at least lay down their arms a little bit? How did that change? Was it this approach?
No.
I think it has much more to do with looking one another face to face, eyelash to eyelash, and reconciling under God.
Yeah, but not everybody wants that. Hey, how long have we been screaming we want peace in the Middle East? And we know that there are people that do not want that as bad as we want it. And they'll do anything to stop it.
Like, and I think back to, say, because 60-something, like my dad's born in like 62. Like my father? Really? The boomer who, liked to smoke a little weed and listen to Steely Dan with his older brother? Really?
You're guilty. Your wife.
He gave that up, by the way, when my mom made him give it up.
The Steely Dan?
No, the marijuana. He chose my mother instead of being a stoner.
That's sweet.
See, whereas I chose being a stoner for years.
I probably made that mistake a time or two.
But I remember how my father raised me, and he didn't raise me with what this guy's talking about.
Right.
Number one, that's just my own life. But I think back to like his father and that generation, they were poor in Andalusia. And then I think of my mom's side of the family, back to that generation, the very grandfather I'm living with right now. And they were dirt poor in the Polish ghettos of Newark, New Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
And so you can look at your own family lineage, and you're like, well, what about all these other people that spoke up? Why you got to personalize it so much? We don't have to personalize it so much. But there are political systems, and there are a way to appeal to political policies that don't continue to pick at old scars and reopen them constantly. In a way now where you get this moral lecture, especially like courage to listen without becoming defensive. Okay. What if the shoe's on the other foot?
Can't. It's unimaginable. Unimaginable.
Because my theory, and I'm sticking to it, is race in particular, the racial solidarity that was of necessity, born of oppression. I'm not denying that. Let's tell the truth about history.
Mm-hmm.
But that solidarity that was built up in those times that had victories, that changed the frickin' narrative of this nation. That solidarity, that narrative has now become a golden calf. And instead of writing love your enemies around that fountain where, yes, slaves used to be bought and sold, we have a fist in the air still.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
And honestly, I'm not surprised by a lot of this stuff. And I think there's a lot of hate on Montgomery of folks that left and they just don't want to see it succeed, all this stuff. Or they're like, well, I'm definitely going to be proven right. It's just going to be ended up like another Selma and blah, 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 blah. But this is like, if you want to make a case for Medicaid expansion, make a case for Medicaid expansion. But suggesting that the reason that's not happening is
racist.
It's the same thing as essentially bulldozing school pools is a bit much. And I love the first comment is the truth sounds like hate to those who hate the truth. Bumper sticker minds, bumper sticker brains.
I hate it because it's such a local, ignorant thing. I'd like for this guy to go somewhere in the world, go to Saudi Arabia, go to Dubai. People think that Dubai, the richest nation in the world. You know, you would still find slavery in Dubai. And it's not just black slavery. There's a lot of that. It's Chinese, Vietnamese, Filipino, even some white Russians over there. So, well, you truly are fighting racism and slavery, go fight the battle. Don't stand here behind a desk and try to make me feel guilty. Go fight the battle if you're that interested.
Well, and it wasn't the first time Datcher's made controversial race comments. Last month, he opposed a bill allowing 10 Commandments in school. Since when they were last in prominent public schools, black Americans were facing oppression. Because, you know, being able to appeal to the 10 Commandments to your, say, white brothers and sisters under God, that wasn't an advantage. Again, how did the oppression end? Just browbeating people, shaming people through political means? Or perhaps appealing to their better angels?
Right.
Then I went on to say, we slaughtered an entire civilization on this ground and we enslaved another civilization on this ground. We did that. Well, we also put Christ on the cross, sir.
Mm-hmm.
We also killed our brother Abel. Every nation, every civilization has done this. And you got to ask yourself then, what makes ours different?
Liberal guilt.
Oh, but by the way, this guy, Datcher.
Yeah.
He came in a distant third in his primary, will not be returning to the legislature.
What a shame.
So even a lot of folks in his own district are tired of his ass.
Go get a real job, man.
But he used to work for Mayor Woodfin up in Birmingham.
Oh, shocker.
So
yeah, he'll fall on his feet. He'll be just fine.
Yeah. Anyway, that's the lead story at 1819 News right now.
It's not. I just.
And it used to really bother me, and now it's more like, I don't accept your frame.
Yeah.
I have a different frame and a different point of view, and if you don't want to accept my frame, cool.
So be it. But I'm not accepting yours either.
Cool. I would suggest my frame allows for real reconciliation on a lot of issues. I think Alabama, by the way, sucks when it comes to our rural health care.
1,000%.
But I don't think expanding Medicaid is going to solve that.
That's somebody
What it
else's
does is
policy,
it helps
man.
pay for people's prescriptions instead of going to get a job and getting health insurance.
Yep.
Doesn't build hospitals back up. It's papering over it. And yes, it has roots in a rotten healthcare system that is a nationwide issue.
Yeah.
But yes, is it a real problem? Absolutely. How's Alabama's prison system?
Don't even get me started.
Awful. Are we living up to our Christian principles by that hell on earth that we perpetuated here?
Not even close.
No.
Not even close.
A lot of issues to talk about.
Yeah, but the ones that divide us, that's the ones that seem to be pushed the most.
Yeah, but again, he lost miserably, so
How many votes
perhaps.
did he get? Did it give you a percentage or a
No, it just said distant.
Remember our
third.
buddy? He got 15,000 votes.
Who did?
Jermaine Brown.
He got 15,000 votes.
15,000 votes for governor.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I admit, yes, we are in a different era where I laugh my ass off at Shane Gillis and Tony Hinchcliffe. I'll put it that way. While there are some folks that go around butthurt that they get to say jokes.
The jokes, man.
They're jokes. Like, get over it, man.
Yeah. They're jokes.
Get over it. And stop worshiping that golden calf.
But that's another thing. You and I, similar in the comedy that we enjoy, but we can laugh at stuff. We can separate. Hey, that's supposed to be satire.
Yeah, and there's stuff that it doesn't land. I'm like, ugh.
Yeah,
but it's not like it.
It doesn't offend you. You don't climb up the wall screaming,
Right.
"Hey, this is." I don't get it, man. But if you want to be offended, there's a million things.
Yeah, I didn't laugh hard at the Charlie Kirk joke that Hinchcliffe did.
I didn't.
I was like, but whatever. It's edgy, over the top stuff.
But
and I laugh at most of it.
Yeah, I didn't damn him for it. It's a joke. We all, honestly, as a guy that's always throwing out punchlines, occasionally they don't land.
They don't. I don't know. We ain't going to solve this problem other than I think a lot of the more obnoxious voices drive the car.
Oh, yeah.
These do.
Yep.
And I think a lot of our other problem is we got, 400-something churches in Montgomery?
We got a few.
I was talking with Jeff Poore about this on his show.
Mm-hmm.
I think part of the problem is why people don't publicly have deeply woven conversations that involve their faith with public policy is because of all the schisms that have happened in this area, and not just here, but a lot of places where everybody's already decided I'm going to just go to my corner on Sundays.
Mm-hmm.
And when we're in public, we don't really talk about it. And that's not just a black-white thing, though that's very real in terms of segregation on Sundays, but it's a lot of different, it's a liberal-conservative thing in many ways now.
Yes.
And so I guess what I'm saying is all of y'all need to become papists. Join the Roman Catholic Church, and we'll all get along again.
But as well as I do, if you and I wanted to have the conversations that we have on air or off air, can't have those with everybody we know. Because it wouldn't be a conversation. It would just.
I ain't scared of anybody.
It's not that I'm scared of. I don't want to hear.
No, I don't even mind hearing the other stuff too, because
I got some people you need to talk to.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah.
Well, there are some just folks who are dumb, man.
Well, they're not just,
or some folks who are just mean.
They're not just dumb. It's just they're at the end of the day, no matter what happens, if it does not benefit that person, everyone else is a racist.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yes. Even some of their own, they're a racist too. And I just want to say, you ever looked in the mirror and go, maybe it might be you.
Anyway, we do have to hit a break here.
All right.
Sorry to bring the mood down, but that was the lead story, and it's interesting. It's an interesting topic. I think it's actually something that's changing.
It is changing, but I wish
it doesn't have the same oomph that it once did.
No, but I still wish we could have honest, and we're not there yet. If we could have honest conversations about race, and not just one sided or the other, honest conversations. I know there's a lot of scars on both sides, and I know a lot of people don't like to bring that up. But until you can acknowledge some of those things, I don't think you're going to have that honest conversation. And it's both sides. It's both sides.
Well, I don't know. Like, where it loses me, and I'm not. It's not a gotcha. It's not. I believe this even when I was falling away and astray. Like, if you genuinely believe that you and others are children of God by the saving grace of God, what does it matter?
Yeah.
Like, we're going to have differences, and you can have under the sun on all of planet Earth, many different manifestations of that faith. But when that is actually the guiding principle, that if it was up to us, it would be hell.
You know it. You know it.
And I think, of course, the devil's in the details in our fights here, our worldly fights here. But I really always go back to that and have been going back to that more and more because I'm just certain of it. There are a lot of folks who that's not the guiding light.
No.
That's not the North Star.
Way selfish, way more selfish to have any kind of guiding light like that.
Yeah. Anyway, but I think it's also what actually advanced things.
Of course.
And then, again, you can argue about the people took advantage of it after the fact and what are the actual long-lasting effects and yada, yada, yada. But
at the end of the day, we're human.
Yeah.
And we react to situations. Some people say it's taking advantage. No, you're human. You react to situations.
Anyway. Oh, look, Jared Isaacman, the guy with the big old ears, is running NASA. We'll start first uncrewed launch and very soon. NASA investing $20 billion over the next 7 years to build a permanent base on the moon.
Those ears he's got, he's already listening to what's going on at the moon, Joey. He can hear it right now. He can hear the future.
For some reason, though, I'm thinking of Gil Scott-Heron, like Whitey on the moon. Big old Dumbo ears on the moon.
Hey, you know you can own some moon? I think I own some moon. Back in the day, you could buy a little bit of. I think I might actually own some moon.
Your dumb ass bought that.
He may not know whether he's coming or going, but whether you're going to work or coming home, Greg Budell is there. Mornings 6 till 9 and afternoons 3 till 6. Only on News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
For many homeowners, there's untapped reserves hiding in plain sight. It's not in the savings account. It's not in the stock market. It's right under your roof. Now more than ever, homeowners are sitting on record levels of home equity, and that equity belongs to you. It can be used to consolidate high-interest credit card debt, to pay expensive school tuition, to cover medical expenses, to invest in renovations, you name it, because that money is yours. This isn't about taking on unnecessary debt. It's about using an asset you already own to improve your financial position and your quality of life. The key is understanding your options and choosing the strategy that fits your goals. Let's see what's possible with the equity in your home. Give us a call at Alabama Home Mortgage today at 334-567-4223 or visit us online at myalabamahomemortgage.com. That's Alabama Home Mortgage, because there is a difference in mortgage companies. NMLS 1586368, Equal Housing Lender.
Running a facility is already demanding. You don't have time for miscleaning, sick days, or inconsistent results. At Janney King Gulf Coast, we have a proven method to solve those problems. Our franchise owners are trained and supported, and our franchise model means the people cleaning your building care about the outcome as much as you do. If your cleaning company is creating more work instead of preventing it, it's time for a clean that you can count on. Visit JannyKingCleans.com to learn more.
For too long, Alabama's statewide news companies have shamed us for our conservative Christian values. Alabama deserves a news company that cherishes our culture, a company that isn't bought and paid for by the powers that be. 1819 News is that company. Run by Alabamians for Alabamians, 1819 News celebrates what is good and beautiful about our state, while exposing those who work against our values in secret. Just go to 1819news.com to learn more. Subscribe to our newsletter. That's 1819news.com.
E-Bike Oasis, E-Bike Oasis, E-Bike Oasis, ride for free. E-Bike Oasis, E-Bike Oasis, E-Bike Oasis, ride for free.
At E-Bike Oasis, we're more than just Montgomery's best electric bicycle store. E-Bike Oasis offers free 1-hour electric bicycle rentals and a full-service electric bike repair shop. Stop by E-Bike Oasis in Montgomery today for free rentals, repairs, and electric bicycle brands in town.
This hour of News and Views is brought to you by our good friends at Cole Plumbing, 279-8919. Cole Plumbing is number 1 in the number 2 business. You don't have to dig a hole. They have proprietary pipelining technology. Ask them about their tankless water heaters. Remember, when you have trouble with your bowl, call on Cole.
The Rich Thomas Weather Network is brought to you by Earnest Financial.
If you're tired of losing your money in the stock market, call David Earnest, 334-279-7431. Earnest Financial, LLC.
Rich Thomas Weather.
Well, hi, everybody. With tropical moisture locked in, look for very little day-to-day change in our forecast. Periods of showers and thunderstorms will be around just about any hour of the day, but especially in the afternoon and evening hours with locally heavy downpours in some towns. Highs will be in the middle 80s each day. Lows at night will be in the upper 60s to lower 70s. And this persistent pattern will be around right on through the upcoming weekend as well. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
Big dreams for your home on a tight budget? ASE's $26.26 as you covered. Unlock your home's equity with just $26 in closing costs. No fees, no headaches. Visit your local ASE branch today. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender. NMLS number 420259.
All the headlines the mainstream media won't touch. Your News Talk station. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back. I'm your host, Joey Clark. Eddie Bader here in the studio, getting down. It's kind of nuts that I made this like on my acoustic guitar. I could play you the original, and then but turn it into this horns thing.
Sounds good.
Like that was an acoustic.
Sounds good. For whatever reason, I hear a little mariachi. Maybe I'm just craving Mexican.
Hey, man.
You know what would be great?
I'm telling you, what?
I don't know how to do this, but I would like to hire a mariachi band to follow someone around for the day.
It'd be great.
I really would. And this person is going to lose their crap several times during the day. Is that okay? I mean, am I a bad friend for doing that to somebody?
No, actually, I think it'd be a good day.
I think it would be
like,
wonderful.
guys, you can't, like, they'd have to play at particular times when I'm on the air.
No, not with you. Not with you. Although I thought about it with you, but we were going to play Prince the whole time. But
oh, that would be great. Mariachi versions of Prince. I could do requests.
I mean, I really thought, but I thought the YouTube feed would cut us off. But I did. I thought that'd be great. But no, I got a friend of mine.
Can y'all do Dolphin off the Gold Experience? That song's awesome.
You could start
I
doing
played
that
for that for you in the car, and you're like, that's him?
I never even knew that was him.
It's a great song.
Yeah.
It's like a 90s British rock song. Like it's.
Or what if I hired a rap band, a rapper, to follow somebody all day? Especially a Montgomery rapper.
But is it actually going to be somebody who's got a really good, like freestyle flow, or somebody who's just corny as crap?
I would like a little bit of both, to be quite honest.
Okay.
Yeah, I would like a little bit of both.
Right.
Yeah, I got to dial this
Like
in.
Will Smith, early 90s, like corny.
But I want some Carlton in there, too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you want a little bit of that, too.
I got to.
I think you're right. You're right.
I got to.
Well, this show's going off the rails.
Yeah, that's what we're good at.
Oh, no, but I like the music thing.
I do like the music thing. I'm really impressed with the AI, which is the way you showed me the one the
It's
other day,
kinda
how
nice.
you started with a hum and then you ended up with this great finished product.
That's kind of nuts.
It is. Okay, so where is the devil in that? If AI is the devil, what's the devil
I
in
think
that?
there is a devil in that. If because right now, this is where it goes too far.
Okay.
It's like top of the charts. And I think there are people who listen to some of this stuff and they don't even know.
They don't realize they're being
Yeah,
influenced.
I think you need to tell folks, it's AI if you're using AI. Now, but music's been going in this direction for a while. Think of so much electronic music.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of automation's already been used. You think of how polished so much pop music is,
Oh,
the amount
mixing
of
and all that.
filters and plugins and yes, all the mixing going on.
But
with
I didn't think that I would like a lot of the AI music because I thought, I'm a bit of a purist. I want my music to have a soul. Then I start listening to it. I'm like, dang, this is good. Maybe its soul's not so important for music.
No, it's like you can put the soul into the machine, though.
Yeah.
In fact, that's
the weird part for me.
Actually, I think that's the history of a lot of black music in the United States. Is they put a lot of the creativity into the machine, if that makes any sense. And then, of course, it's not just America. You think of the French with electronic music, brilliant stuff they did.
I try not to think of them.
Yeah, I know they're weird in a lot of other ways. I agree with you, but I don't really want to go to France. I'd rather go to Rome or England or something.
Have you ever watched that European sing-off show?
Excuse me, not England, Pakistan, which is England.
Ooh, I would like to go to Pakistan.
Would you?
Yes.
I don't know about
right now we can get there pretty cheap.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty cheap. They
See Rubio in India?
Yeah. Did you? Oh, I haven't seen you the Rubio. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, we're all over the place here today. But yeah, no, there are ways of making the machine essentially sing, and even if it's a machine, you're still having a good time. You need to write it. You need to write the words.
Yeah.
And ideally what's going to happen is this will be a great songwriting tool, and then actual people who with real musical talent can perform a lot of stuff that's worked
Do you
out.
see any kind of new music coming from that?
Yes. I think something unique's going to come out of it.
It's how rock and roll developed, say, from the 50s, 60s on. Do you see something like that?
I don't know what it's going to be, but I think something interesting will come out of it. Right now, it's still learning. It's very derivative of whatever style you put in there, but I think people are going to get pretty talented at because now there's a function I haven't played with much where you can, it's essentially a studio with multi-track. And so you can really...
Oh, so you got your own studio.
You can really dial it in to where you can make most stuff yourself and then dial in a vocal or dial in, you messed up on that one part of that, you can dial that in. There's a lot. And then maybe you want inspiration for a little extra accompaniment and you have the AI cook something up. There's a lot of this. There's so many different dynamics.
Let's say we go to a concert and it's an AI band.
I don't know if I'd like that.
That's
You're
what
just
I'm
sitting
wondering.
around
Are we
listening
just
to music.
dancing? That's like the I don't think you've been to one, but the headphone concerts where everybody just wears headphones.
No, and I admit, music for me, I'm a headphone guy.
Really?
Yeah, much more than a concert.
Really?
Yeah. Well, and also think about
most
of the music I like is very much headphone music. All the intricacies of the production and all the little rhythms and stuff going on. Which I like a live setting. Don't get me wrong, live music's amazing, but I tend to be more.
There. I don't like listening to live albums, but I like being there. Yeah.
Right. But no, it's going to change things. It's going to change things pretty drastically, across the board in every industry. But I think it's actually people with talent, great songwriters, great musicians, great singers in particular, will always have a place. And in many ways, the proper use of this will be to supplement it. Now, we'll probably go through a phase. Have you ever gone through those YouTube videos where it's the number one song in June of 80 and in July of 1980?
Joey, I live those out on Sirius Radio on the weekends.
Oh, no,
I do
but
the countdowns.
even I went back through my era, late 90s and the early aughts, and I'm like, man, some songs I hadn't thought of in a while.
Let some Boys to Men come on.
Yeah, Boys. Oh, dude.
Let some Boys to Men come on.
Good stuff. Some real good stuff. And then, I didn't know Shaggy had that many hits.
Yes.
And then there's other things where I'm like, Bobby Brown charted that late in his career? And, but then also, so much stuff that's crap, that charts, that, gets
Pina Colada
popular.
song?
There's all sorts of stuff like that where you're like, what in the world?
Bop,
Hanson,
Oh,
yeah.
Lord. What a chick band.
So, I mean, I think you're going to get that with AI too. There's going to be stuff that's catchy, that's an earworm, that doesn't have much true underlying depth and beauty and value to it. That'll get popular, but I think there's going to be real artists that use this as a tool.
I hope so.
To create things that are remarkable.
But I think I could see it building up as AI almost taking over the music industry, and then someone coming out going, "This is an original hit by this artist, wrote this song," and people kind of shaming the AI away.
Some of these songs I spun up, I'm working with a real person, and I hope this person takes the song and re-records it and runs with it. I use it as a songwriting tool. Because I don't have the talent, especially in the singing front.
Well, I've got a goal this summer. I'm going to meet Ella Langley.
Yeah.
So I've got a couple of your songs in my pocket.
Okay. Yeah. She can have whatever she likes.
I know. I'm probably going to have to get through security and all first, but just know.
Please don't be creepy around Ella.
Not going to be creepy.
Don't.
I'm like the mayor of Lake Jordan.
Just how quick you are. Don't.
What?
Be cool.
I'm going to be cool.
You're supposed to be my agent.
I'm going to be cool.
Be cool, man.
I can't help it. I'm Ella fella.
Well, take Big back with you. Maybe that'll
That's
sweeten the pot.
The only thing I know it's going to help me. She can hold me back.
It's a great nickname, by the way.
Oh, it fits. Guess what we had with breakfast this morning? Gravy.
Anyway, we got to hit this break. We'll be right back.
Want to carry News Talk in your pocket? Download the News Talk 93.1 app from the App Store. Available on iPhone and Android. Never miss a moment. Download now.
Independent Glass has been your one-stop shop for all things glass since 1978. They offer a full range of architectural products, and they're armed with the knowledge and expertise to get even the most demanding job done, big or small. Attention to detail, 24-hour replacement services, and their uncompromising commitment to excellence is why Montgomery's first choice for all things glass is Independent Glass. Call them today at 263-2823 and learn more about what they can do for you at independentglassco.com.
Mayday, Mayday, may I have your attention? I want to announce that Pizza Perfect in May, you can buy a large pizza at the regular price and get a large single topping pizza for only $10. You already know that Pizza Perfect has the best pizza buffet in town, including spaghetti, breadsticks, salad, dessert, and drink for only $13 at lunch and dinner on Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday all day. In May, buy any large pizza at the regular price and get a large single topping pizza for $10. Pizza Perfect, Coliseum Boulevard in Eastbrook, available for pickup and delivery.
This hour of News and Views is brought to you by our good friends at Cole Plumbing, 279-8919. Cole Plumbing is number one in the number two business. You don't have to dig a hole. They have proprietary pipelining technology. Ask them about their tankless water heaters. Remember, when you have trouble with your bowl, call on Cole.
We get Montgomery talking 24 hours a day. The River Region's most trusted voice. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Anyway, welcome back.
Also, she's hot.
Down boy. What did I tell you about being creepy? Let's go to line one and talk to Ray Bowles from Bradville Carpet. Hey, Ray.
Hey, guys. How y'all doing?
Pretty good. How you doing, buddy?
I'm tired. It's been on a forklift all day long. I'm saying we've had more trucks come in. I actually had to call the police department. Typically, if you've ever been in my back lot, it's really, really tight, but you can actually flip a diesel around, no problem. But every now and then I'll get a driver that says, "Oh, I can't do it." I'm like, "Yeah, you can." He said, No, I'm going to wreck my truck. I'm like, "Dude, they do it. We get 5 diesels a day in and out of this thing." Would not. He said, "I'm backing it out." I'm like, "You're going to back it out on Constable Road? Are you from around here?" Then I had to call the police department, get 2 police cars up here to block traffic for this moron.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's been my day today.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, and most of the drivers will jump up and help you unload a truck. This guy's like, no, they don't pay me to do that. They just pay me to drive.
Yep, that's right. I love them drivers. I always loved them.
Wow, man.
And I'm like, "Are you on the clock, or are you are you paid by the load?" He said, "By the load." I said, "We'll be a while."
Yep. That's when you let them sit. Yep.
Yeah. All right.
Don't play this game. I used to be on the city council.
That's right.
Exactly. That's the one upside of used to being on the city council. I can call and say, "Guys, I need 2 police officers." I love selling floors, and I really want to sell floors tomorrow. So I'm not going out there blocking traffic.
No.
If he's
No.
like a bug.
No,
especially on Ford.
That's
no.
a major road now. Like that's a
Yeah.
throwaway.
It's 5 lanes. It's like, how am I going to block 5 lanes? Dude?
Go play in
Turn
traffic, Ray.
around. Yeah. But they were kind enough to come block the traffic for us and back him out.
That was good, man.
And there's a reason we're getting 5 truckloads a day. A lot of it has to do with you guys and the advertising we're doing. The other thing is just we offer an honest price, an honest day's work. We're going to come in, move your furniture, take care of you. And next thing you got to know, you got a floor down. That easy. And it starts with a phone call, 285-8117. We'll come out and give you that free measurement. Next thing you know, you got a floor down.
Again, that's 285-8117. And when you call them up at 285-8117, be sure to tell them you heard Ray Bowles on the radio with Joey and Eddie. I mean, if I was around, I'd be like, you need somebody to help you go to the bathroom, hold your thing so you can go pee?
At this point, probably. David!
Chad gives the best discounts, don't forget.
That's why I'm calling David.
That took a turn.
Yeah. Y'all have a great one.
You too. See you, Ray.
We learned anything?
I got some notes here. 2 weeks to stop the spread. I'm kind of over that now.
You're over that now?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't want to hear it's going to be 2 more weeks anymore. Just.
Oh, you mean on the war?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm literally feel like I'm living COVID all over again. 2 more weeks, guys. 2 more weeks, guys.
And we learned it's going to be quite a runoff. Like
Oh,
we
man, it's
like
gonna be a heck of a
Barry, but I
runoff.
think
Yeah.
Jared's giving him a good race.
Oh, no doubt. Plus, I know, that's your, brother.
My brother.
I can't believe you're not voting for your own brother.
What,
Y'all
because we
look-
kind of look alike?
Kind of.
He's a little more fit than me.
Yeah, but he gives you goals. That's why you're baby brother. He's big brother.
No, he could whoop my ass is what he could do.
That's why he's big
Probably
brother.
killed me with his thumb.
No, I really like Barry. He's never done anything that, honestly, has upset me in one way or the other. And with most politicians, they'll always disappoint. But I can't think of one time right this second where I think, damn, Barry. I've always thought the opposite. Damn, Barry, go get him, Kiger. Go. Where I'm at.
Big things and little things.
Yeah.
Like, I think he was always a guy who showed great hospitality to folks up there
100%.
on the Hill. And a friendly way, even when the people were like, you probably don't want to agree with them on policy, and, they're probably got a lot of problems, but, we can still be nice to people. Look out for folks who are having a rough time in life. Anyway.
But like you said, one of 2 good Christian men are going to win that. So how can we really lose?
Oh, there are a lot of ways we can lose. No. Maybe it had nothing to do with politics. There are a lot of ways we can lose. Anyway. Y'all stay tuned. Happy Hour with Greg Vito.
That's
He's
right.
next.
Broadcasting from the Riverside Chevrolet Master Control Center, this is WACV Cusana, News Talk 9.